Àbọṣíṣẹ. Grand rising and welcome to another episode of Ìṣ훠Éṣe for today. Ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa o. Grand rising and welcome to another episode of ÌṣÂÉṣe for today. Ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, àlàáfíà fún wa o. Iyanifa honey, mo kí yín o. Ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà fún wa o. Grand rising and welcome to another episode of ÌṣÂÉṣe for today. Ẹ kú ojúmọ́ o, a kú ọ̀sẹ̀ Ọbàtálá. A kú ọ̀sẹ̀ Ọbàtálá. Today is ọ̀sẹ̀ Ọbàtálá. Today is also ọ̀sẹ̀ fún àwọn ìyá mi. Ọ̀sẹ̀ Egúngún, Ọbàtálá, Ọbalúfọ̀n, Ọbalúayé. As you join in, please let me know where you're streaming from today. Let me know where you're streaming from today. D, thank you so much for joining us. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ, Prince Ugo, thank you so much for joining. The Trillions, what's that, Trollons or? Blessing Friday, Ẹ káàárọ̀, Ẹ kú ojúmọ́, thank you so much for joining. Grand rising and welcome to another episode of ÌṣÂÉṣe for today. Today is season 4, episode 4 of ÌṣÂÉṣe for today. Spirituality, thank you so much for joining. Yakub, good morning, how are you doing? Thank you for joining from Italy. Eshiboni Adupe. Iyanifa honey from Belgium, grand rising and thank you. D, I assume you are joining us from the States. Ẹ káàárọ̀, Ẹ kú ojúmọ́, Ẹ kú ojúmọ́, Ẹ kú ojúmọ́, ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà ní fún wa o. Ojúmọ́ ire means this new dawn that we have seen, this new dawn that we have experienced today is bringing us ire. Is bringing us ire is blessings, is bringing us joy, is bringing us abundance. Just Mimi, grand rising and thank you for joining us. D, Arizona, okay, we see you, thank you so much. Those of you joining on the EST, I appreciate taking out your time that you're supposed to sleep and being here. Also for every other person, I mean, it's great to be here to learn something again from the Ifa. If you're on the global Ifa community, please type in the comment section what the Odù Ifá for today is. What is our Odù Ifá for today? Kini Odù Ifá? Odù Ifá wo la ń gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí. A kú ọ̀sẹ̀ Ọbàtálá. Today is ọ̀sẹ̀ Ọbàtálá, Ọbalúfọ̀n, Ọbalúayé, Egúngún, and àwọn ìyá mi. Today is their ọ̀sẹ̀. As we give our offerings, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, it will be accepted. Bá a ṣe ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀, àníkọ́lọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà ọ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Bá a ṣe ń ṣe ọ̀sẹ̀ lénìí, àníkọ́lọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà ọ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Our offerings will be accepted láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Odù Ifá Oyeku Odi is the Odù Ifá for today. Odù Ifá Oyeku Odi is the Odù Ifá for today. Odù Ifá Oyeku Odi, that is the Odù Ifá for today. Odù Ifá tá ń gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí nìyẹn. Odù Ifá Oyeku Odi. What is the code for Oyeku? Yes, move closer.
2 2.
Say it loud.
2 2 2 2.
The code for Oyeku is 2222. What is the code for Odi? Move closer.
1 2 2 1.
What's the code for Odi?
1 2 2 1.
Count for yourself. That's amazing. So Odù Ifá Oyeku Odi is Oyeku on one side and Odi on the other side. Oyeku is 2222. Odi is what?
1 2 2 1.
1 2 2 1. Àlàáfíà, Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Ọlánrewájú, Ogbo Atoyin. Thank you so much for joining. Odù Ifá Oyeku Odi is the Odù Ifá will be delving into today. And as is our custom on Ìṣ훠Éṣe for today, we will first recite the ancient Yoruba rendering of that Ese Ifa. We will translate it into modern day English, and we would extract the lessons, the blessings, and the instructions in that Ese Ifa. And we would also break it down as to how to apply the teaching in that Odù Ifá in our modern day lives, in our everyday lives. That is what we do on Ifa College. You're welcome today, and we are streaming from the TikTok channel of Ifa College and the YouTube channel of Iyanifa Ewa TV. Episode 4 of season 4. If you have missed the previous episodes, please head over to our YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube, to catch up on the previous episodes, season 1, season 2, season 3, and the 3 previous episodes of season 4. Auntie Ajoke Mushiojumore, thank you so much for joining us from UK. We are glad to have you here. Israel, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Ojumore, Ojumayo, Ojumo Ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà fún wa o. Mo ṣe Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ fún gbogbo wa o. Keep clicking on your screen, click on the share button to share with as many people as you can. As many people as you can. Share with them so that we can have more and more people on this live streaming. And on Ifa College, what do we do? A lot of people ask, what's the essence of having an Ifa school? Are people going to get the degree here, the certificate here, and apply for a job somewhere? How does it make the life of anybody better when they register at the Ifa College? Dear Team Eagle, thank you so much for joining us. At the Ifa College, what we do, Ifa College was set up to bridge the gap for busy individuals, for people in the diaspora, for people in situations that doesn't allow them to physically walk into an Ifa shrine to learn. For people who find it, challenging to understand or to assimilate the Yoruba language, and because of that, they have not been able to access vast knowledge in Ifa. It was created for people who are in situations that they are not ready to step forward and tell their family, this is what I'm learning, this is my new practice, and they still want to be able to learn. Particularly, Ifa College was set up for us to be able to receive the knowledge of Ifa as it applies to our everyday life, to our modern day life, as it applies to everything we are doing at this time of our life, which means that the ancient knowledge of Ifa is timeless. It is classic. Irrespective of what year you are, when you receive an Odù Ifá, you can apply it to your everyday lives. Now, we don't find a lot of people doing that. Yes, there's a lot of information out there about Ifa, about ÌŞẸШE, African spirituality, the culture, the tradition, the way of life, the definition of the people, a lot of information. But then, what do you do with information that you cannot apply to your current situation and it will make sense? What do you do with information that feels outdated? What do you do with information that feels like something you cannot resonate with? No, Ifa is not like that. Ifa is timeless information, and that is what we do at the Ifa College to help you unlearn all the misconceptions and all the lies that we have been told about yourself as somebody of African origin, about your gender, about your spirituality, your tradition, your way of life, particularly about Ifa and ÌШԵШE. You unlearn all those misconceptions. Then you sit down and learn the truth, the undiluted, unwatered down truth, exactly as it was handed to us by our ancestors. You learn it. Then you also relearn certain things that you used to know, that you probably thought weren't important, or perhaps you had forgotten them. You are able to relearn it at the Ifa College. That's exactly what we do. And on our share for today, we pick one Ese Ifa per day. There are 256 Odù Ifas in total, 16 major Odus and 200 derivative Odus. They had been derived from a combination of the 16. So you have 16 by 16 giving us 256. Every one of those Odù is said to have at least 400 verses, 400 essays touching on different things at different times. Irrespective of what your situation is, where you are from, what the circumstances are, one essay Ifa will apply to you every time. One essay Ifa would apply to you every time. Can somebody see what is going on YouTube? Can somebody let me know what is going on YouTube? And I needed to know that by somebody on the other end calling my phone. Meanwhile, people are sitting down right there. Why? Oyeku Odi is the Odù Ifá for the teaching today. If you're on YouTube, kindly drop a comment and let me know if the visual and the audio is clearer. Let me know if the visual and the audio is clearer. Before we start our teaching, before we start every teaching, Auntie Ajoke, thank you so much for that. Before we start the teaching, what's the first thing that we do?
Our Iba.
And what does Iba mean in English?
Pay homage.
To pay homage. So we start by making our Iba, which means to pay homage. Akọ́dá ayé àṣèbà o.
Ìbà àṣẹ.
Àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́.
Ìbà àṣẹ.
Àṣèbà tí wọ̀ oòrùn.
Ìbà àṣẹ.
Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ o.
Ìbà àṣẹ.
Ọ̀ràn ọmọ níṣẹ́ fàyà tí àṣèbà ọba tó lọ kọrin kése. Ọba lánàá, ọba lénìí, ọba títí ayérayé àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ o.
Ìbà àṣẹ.
Lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbálá ayé níbi gbogbo tá a ti ń pe fá. Níbi gbogbo tá a ti ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀, àṣèbà Elédùmarè aníkíbà wá ṣẹ o.
Ìbà àṣẹ.
Àjàgùnmàlè olúwo òde ọ̀run àṣèbà, olúbíkin ọ̀sán ìbíkin àṣèbà. Àṣèbà ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi aṣòrókọlù bí ògiri gbígbẹ, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọlọ́wọ́ kan tí ń bá gbogbo àwọn ènìyàn jà, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì jà, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi arógbáṣọ má bòtun arógbáṣọ má balẹ̀, àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi olókìkí òru àṣèbà, ẹ̀yin abiyamọ ọlọ́jà gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀, abiyamọ ayé abiyamọ ọ̀run, abiyamọ tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́ tó ní kó máa ṣe kó máa tú àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. Ẹ̀yin àtẹ̀dọ̀jọ̀rọ̀rọ̀ àṣèbà, ẹ̀yin àjẹfún èèyàn má lò àṣèbà yín o aníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. Níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa lénìí, níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń wò mí lénìí, mo ṣèbà orí yín, mo ṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá yín, mo ní kíbà mi ṣẹ o. Àṣèbà ọlọ́kọ̀ tó wà wá sáyé, ìyá àti bàbá wa àṣèbà wọn, àwọn tó wà pẹ̀lú wa, àwọn tó ti rebi àgbáre àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. Lójú ẹ̀mí wa, lójú ẹ̀mí wọn, wọ́n á rí wa. Àrídùnnú ni àwọn tó ṣọlọ́kọ̀ wá sáyé, àrídùnnú ló máa rí wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ.
Ajíbọ́lá mi ògbódò ọ̀rà, mo ṣèbà Ajíbọ́lá, mo ṣèbà ẹ̀dán, mo ṣèbà ìyá mi Àbẹ̀ní, mo ṣèbà onílé, mo ṣèbà gbogbo ọmọ onílé látòrí àwọn olúwo dórí àwọn ọ̀yá àbíyè, àwọn apènà, àwọn balógun, àwọn lísà, látòkèdókè láì dápá kan sí ni mo ṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. Kèrèlú tó ṣùgbó àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. Ẹ̀yin babaláwo, ẹ̀yin Iyanifa bàbá lóríṣà, ìyá lóríṣà, lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbálá ayé níbi gbogbo tá a ti ń jókòó, tá a ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹrú mọlẹ̀, àwọn eléwé ọmọ, àwọn bàbá ẹgbẹ́, ìyá ẹgbẹ́, àwọn oníṣègùn, gbogbo àwa tá a jókòó tá a ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹrú mọlẹ̀, mo ṣèbà, mo ní kíbà mi ṣẹ o. Ẹ̀yin lọ́balọ́ba, níjòyè, ẹ̀yin kábíyèsí níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ ti ń pàṣẹ, níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ ti jókòó sórí ìtẹ́ àwọn bàbá wa àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. Gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ fún lénìí, Ọbàtálá, Ọbalúfọ̀n, Ọbalúayé, Egúngún, ìyàmí àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àṣèbà Egúngún aníkíbà wá ṣẹ. Àwọn Aláṣẹkù, àwọn tó ṣe awokù sẹ́yìn fún wa, àwọn ará ọ̀run àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. Àṣèré ìpà Ifá, àṣèré àṣeyé ìpà ikin, àṣeyé ìpà àwọn òrìṣà, àṣeyé ìpà ẹ̀dán, àṣeyé ìpà fún gbogbo àwọn agbára tó sulé ayé ró, àní kí bà wá ṣe ọ̀run. Ẹgbẹ́ ayé ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀run, àṣemúsòmúsò ẹgbẹ́, àṣe àkíìka ẹgbẹ́, bọ̀rọ̀ kíní ayé, bọ̀rọ̀ kíní ọ̀run, àṣebà, àní kí bà wá ṣe ọ̀run. Ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá mi la tún fẹ́ kọ́ lénìí, ọgbọ́n tó wà nínú ẹ̀ òun ni kó jẹ́ tiwa. Wọ́n ní Ifá ni afinimọ̀nà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ọ̀nà tí Ifá ń fi mọ̀ wá nínú ẹsẹ̀ Ifá yìí kó jẹ́ tiwa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Aláàfin tí ọ̀tún gbọ́ kó gbà kejì jáde, kó dénú wa, kó dòdìndín, kó wá mú ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye wá fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní kí bà wá ṣe ọ̀run. Mrs. O Forever, I really don't know what happened on TikTok, but I cannot check that right now until we're done with the live streaming. But I'm glad that you're able to see us on YouTube. The flash goal for today is 8 gifters to send in their hearts me. Send in your hearts me for today. 8 different people to send in their hearts me for today. Sumaya, Eshe Goni Adupe. Queen Mena, I see you. Auntie Ajoke, thank you. D, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. 4 more people to send in their hearts me. Adupe Goni, Eshe. 4 more different people to send in their hearts me. 4 more different people to send in their hearts me. Odù Ifá Oyeku is the Odù Ifá for today. This Odù Ifá has a lot to say. So you really need to pay attention. You really need to pay attention. This Odù Ifá has a lot to say. We're going to read the Yoruba text and then translate to English and extract the lessons, the blessings, the instructions, and how to apply it to our everyday lives. Odù Ifá Oyeku. Ifá ní Oyekudi, kudi Oye. Adífá fún Oyè tí ń relé àna rẹ̀ lọ tẹ́. Ẹbọ làwọn ní kó mú ṣe. Ìgbà ìṣẹ́bọ, ìgbà ìṣètùtù. Ẹ̀yin ò rí Ifá wo bí ti ń ṣe. Ifá dé aláṣẹ. Ọ̀pẹ àbíṣe tiẹ̀ ní wàràwàrà. Ifá ní Oyekudi, kudi Oye. Adífá fún Oyè tí ń relé àna. Wọ́n ló ń relé àna rẹ̀ lọ tẹ́. Ẹbọ làwọn ní kó mú ṣe. Ifá ní kó mẹ́bọ ṣe kó má bàa tẹ́. Ìgbà ìṣẹ́bọ, ìgbà ìṣètùtù. Ẹ̀yin ò rí Ifá wo bí ti ń ṣe. Ifá dé o aláṣẹ. Ọ̀pẹ àbíṣe tiẹ̀ ní wàrà. English interpretation says, Oyekudi, kudi Oye was the owl that cast Ifá for Oye. Ifá was cast for Oye. He was going to his in-laws' house to be humiliated and disgraced. Wow. But Ifá says he should perform his sacrifice. He did not perform. He did not make the appeasement. Have you not seen how Ifá works? Ifá arrives swiftly with authority. The palm trees fulfill their purpose swiftly. There is a backstory to this Ifá. Juju Chidi Mwani on YouTube. I say grand rising to you. Thank you for joining us. There is a backstory to this Ifá. Oye is the name of the person that this Ifá was done for. Now, you see what surprises me about people. Back in the day, at the time these Ifás were recorded, and even today, in this lifetime, there's something that surprises me about people. Our flash goal is the heart me. Please send in your heart me for the day. Send in your heart me for the day. We need 4 more different people to send in their heart me. Send in your heart me for the day. As we meet this flash goal, the algorithm is learning that this is good content. This is good content, and more people need to see it. We show up here every day. This is our own part as we teach. As I break down the Odù Ifá, this is my own part I do every day. And this is how every other person gets to support. So if you're on YouTube and you want to help meet the flash goal, head over to TikTok, Ifa College on TikTok, to help us meet the flash goal. Aṣojú ààrẹ mo ṣe ogbó atọ́ yín o, Àbọrú Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ fún yín o. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Queen B Esther, thank you so much for joining. Our flash goal is a heart me. Send in your heart me for the day. So like I was saying, this Ifa has a backstory, but there's something that is concerning about this Ifa. Remember that a Babalawo will not be the first person to go to somebody's house and say, I want to make a divination for you. Queen B. Esther, thank you so much for that. AY, thank you so much for that. So we have two more different people to send in their hearts me. Eshe Goni, Adupe. No Babalawo will go to a person first of all to ask. One more, all right, thank you. No Babalawo will go to a person first of all to ask, to knock their door and say, Ifa said I should come and tell you this. Have you ever heard it in any of the Ifa that it was a Babalawo that went to somebody's house to knock on their door and said, this is what Ifa said I should tell you. Rafif, thank you so much for that gift. Have you ever heard anything like that before? A Babalawo will not be the one to knock your door and say, Ifa said I should tell you this, Ifa said I should tell you that. No. You are the one that will go to the Babalawo, meaning that all these people we read about in the Ifa, in the Odù Ifá, they are the ones that went to their Babalawo to make inquiries, to ask for divination and consultation for different things in their life at different points. Oye was one of them. Oye went to his Babalawo, and it was said that a divination was done. Why was a divination done? Ifa says, Adifa fun Oye ti nrele ana re lote. A divination was done for Oye, who was going to his what's it called? His in-laws' house. He was making a journey to his in-laws' house. That is why he went for a divination. I want to go and see my in-laws tomorrow. I want to visit my in-laws next week. Let me make a divination from Ifa to see how is the journey going to be. And Ifa said, this journey you are going on, you are going to come back humiliated and disgraced. But just in case you don't want to experience that, make this able, make this etutu. Do you know what Oye said? Oye said, no, that's not the reason I came here. My in-laws, they appreciate me, they honor me. In fact, they are glad to have me in their lives. I was the one that stepped in there and I gave their daughter education. I took their daughter abroad. I built a house for them, helped them to renovate their compound. I was the one that did this. Why would they humiliate or disgrace me? No, it's not going to happen. Ifa, please, can you say something on? I was expecting you to say things like, when I get to their house, the journey will favor me, I will make more money, give able to Ajay and Eshu. Not this thing you are talking about. And that is how a lot of us act. I mean, pardon me, a lot of you. That is how a lot of you act. That is how a lot of you act. Okay. Are you still here? Madina Lopez, are you still here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Let me see. Drop a comment on YouTube if you are here. On TikTok, drop a comment on TikTok if you are here. Because I really don't understand what's going on. But we'll check. I mean, I think it's just their algorithm that is acting funny. Again? Oh, wow. Okay, there's something that's going on this morning then. Let me see. Try and exit and join again. Let me see. Try and exit and join again. But it doesn't show. It shows that everything is fine from my end. But okay. So you see what he said. He was very confident of himself. Oh, nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. Everything is going to go fine. If that's not what I wanted to hear, this is what I want to hear. And like I said, that's how a lot of you act. You come for a divination. Nobody instructed you to come. Nobody gave you a letter of invitation to come. Okay, Madina Lopez, I can see you now on TikTok. I can see you here now. Nobody invited you. You are the one that decided to go for the divination yourself. The Babalawo Iyanifa will now give you an instruction. You will tell them, no, that's not what I want to hear. If you had something you wanted to hear, why don't you just sit down in your house and say it to yourself? You can as well record a voice note from one phone and forward it to yourself on the other phone and play what you want to hear. And just tell yourself what you want to hear. But the moment you have come to Ifa, you have come to hear what Elédùmarè has to say to you. You have come to hear what Elédùmarè has to say to you, which has nothing to do with the owl that is making the divination for you. And if you know you are not ready to listen, why do you come? That part I don't get. Everybody knows that there is Ebo and Etutu attached to every Ifa. So you come to Ifa and you say, you come for a divination and you say things like, so I just wanted to know if this is this and that is that. It's not, I don't need all this Ebo and Etutu. It's just the information that I need. It's just the knowledge that I need. If you just need information and knowledge, then go and get a book and read. Go to Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube and watch. You will get information about Ifa without any Odù being attached to it compulsorily for you. But the moment you come to make a divination that we have put the Opele on the ground for you with your name, there is always an Ebo and an Etutu. The prayer of every Babalawo and Iyanifa is, Elédùmarè má jẹ́ ká ṣẹbọ tí ò ní, má jẹ́ ká dáfá tí ò ní yan ẹbọ. May we not make a divination that has no Ebo attached to it. It means that there is no remedy for that person's situation. It means that the ancestors are not speaking, Ifa is not speaking, everything is just blocked on a standstill. They are going back exactly the same way they came. No remedy. That is what it means. But as long as there is an Ebo, Etutu, there is hope for that situation. And they will tell you to do it and you will not do it. Anyway, so let's go to the backstory of Oye. Oye was obviously going to get married. That's why there's in-laws involved. And he was asked to make Ebo. Wọ́n ní ìgbà ìṣẹ́bọ, ìgbà ìṣètùtù. He refused to make the Ebo. He refused to make the Etutu. The Itan that is attached to this Odù Ifá says that after Oye returned from his Babalawo's place and he didn't do it, he just got back to his house and he said, please, you guys, let's start to prepare for the party tomorrow. I'm going to see my in-laws. We're going to have an introduction or the Yoruba wedding, whatever they were going to do. And then he told the Aláṣẹkù, àwọn, the caterers, told them to prepare gbegiri. Gbegiri is bean stew, bean soup. Is a certain kind of soup that is made out of beans in Yoruba land. Now, for those of you that know what beans is a protein, is a form of protein, right? It is a source of protein. And anything that contains protein, that is high in protein, you cannot leave it covered for a while. It gets spoiled, it gets bad easily. Anything that is protein. You usually cook it and you eat it almost immediately, or you store it, you preserve it, refrigerate it. It goes sour. Thank you very much. It goes sour very easily. He now asked that gbegiri be made a night before, and they made the gbegiri. Most likely his in-laws were in Ibadan, because Ibadan people, gbegiri is one of their major delicacies. In between, if you have never tasted gbegiri before, you are missing. On this planet Earth, there's something you need to check on your list before you leave. Is to taste amala, gbegiri, and ewedu. Those of you that watch Nigerian food on social media, on video, right? You see that black solid meal that has yellow soup and green soup and red soup. It is so pretty colorful. If you have not tasted gbegiri and ewedu, no, you have not done it. You have not done it. You have not accomplished that thing that you are supposed to accomplish. So please write it on your list. The next time you visit Nigeria, particularly Ibadan, go and ask them for gbegiri. For somebody to go to his in-laws house and they said they should cook gbegiri, you should already know what it is. So if you have not taken it, you are missing. For Ibadan people, thank you for providing a childhood for me to enjoy that. Gbegiri and Ewedu was your favorite growing up. Welcome to the club. You see, people that understand life, people that have enjoyed life, they are sharing the beautiful moments of life with you. He made gbegiri and then he told them to cover the pots and keep it to tomorrow. Who doesn't know that you do not cook gbegiri and cover it overnight? Who doesn't know that when you make gbegiri, you have to make it and serve it immediately? Ifa said he was going to his in-laws house to be humiliated, but he looked at himself like a me is not possible. The honor and the prestige that I have, nobody, it is second to none. People have to go and learn how I get honored and revered everywhere that I go. He made gbegiri, covered it overnight, and they took it like that, covered, and went to the in-laws house the next day. They got there, they made amala, very soft amala, dombono, very hot, very soft. They now poured the gbegiri on it. To show you how Eshu, we stand behind someone and say, Shey you have decided that you are not going to do Ebo, I will be there. Now, in between, let me explain to you how Eshu comes into the situation. When we give our Ebo, who do we give our Ebo to? Which Orisha do we give our Ebo to? When we give Ebo, which Orisha receives it?
Eshu receives the Ebo.
Move closer and say it in clear tone.
Eshu receives the Ebo.
And gives it to who?
Gives it to the
Ajogun.
Eshu
receives the Ebo and gives it to the Ajogun. So for every time that you are supposed to make like this, see my hand. Fold your hand like this, exactly. For every time that you are asked to make an Ebo and you make it, and the Ebo is being done, the Babalawos usually say something. Babalawos will say, Ogbebo nibe, Orubo. They will say, ẹni tó wá ṣẹbọ yìí, lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá, kò pèṣù lólè, kò pè fálékè, kò pèṣù lólè, kò wọ́n rún yanyan bí ẹni tí ò ní kú mọ́, ó rán ni lọ sọ́jà, ọmọ ọjà sáré wálé. Meaning that the person that came to do this Ebo, the person did not call Ifa a liar. He did not call Eshu a thief. He did not look up into heaven like, what are they talking about there? Like somebody that is not going to leave this world again. He sent his money to the market. The market sent the ingredients of the Ebo back, and now we are doing it. Which means that on the flip side, the moment you are asked to make Ebo and you don't do it, you have called Ifa a liar. You have called Eshu a thief. You have looked into heaven like, who are they? Who is there? Who is higher than me? That's what you have done. And when you have the effrontery to call Ifa a liar and Eshu a thief, Eshu will sit down there for you. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ń gbọ́ Eshu má ṣe ní ọmọ ẹlòmíì ni kò ṣe, Eshu má ń ṣèyàn. Eshu má ń ṣèyàn. When you hear, may Eshu not manipulate me and possess me and confuse me, go somewhere else. Exactly. So the moment you say, this delegation is not something, I'm not doing this Ebo, you have called Ifa a thief, you have called Eshu a liar. And Eshu will sit down with you. Eshu máa ṣe ẹni yẹn. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, Eshu ò ní ṣe wá.
Àṣẹ.
Eshu ò ní ṣe wá o.
Àṣẹ.
Lórí ọkọ, lórí aya, lórí ọmọ, lórí àwa fúnrara wa, Eshu ò ní ṣe wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ.
Àní bá wọn pe fálékè, àní bá wọn pe Eshu lólè, àní bá wọn wọ̀run yànyàn bí ẹni tí ò ní kú mọ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ.
We will not be disobedient to Ifa and insinuate that Ifa is a liar. We will not be disobedient to Eshu and insinuate that Eshu is a thief. Whatever Ebo will be accepted, our Etutu will be accepted. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ.
Dr. Yomi, mo ṣe Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ, Ogbo àtọ̀ yín o. So they served the food. And the moment people started eating, you know how in party, highlight of the party is item 7. Item 7 is usually the highlight of the party. Everybody is waiting. They have seen the amala that is there. What's that noise? Okay. They have seen the amala. It is steaming hot. They've seen the cow meat, the ogufe, the pomo, the ẹja kíká. They have seen all those delicacies. Gbogbo àwọn tinú ẹran, shaki, ẹ̀dọ̀, fuku. They have seen everything. If you don't understand what I'm saying, go to a Nigerian restaurant and play this video to them. They will show you what I'm saying. It's okay. So they have done all of that. They've done they now sat down. It was time to eat. And people have already started asking, wait, they've not served us here, and they've not served us here, they've not served us. Hold on, food will get round. Don't you know who your in-law is? The in-law is Oye. He has money. He's a man of prestige. You are going to eat amala like you have never eaten it before. And they served everybody. Oh yeah, oh, let's start to eat. And they put their hand into the food, and the gbegiri was sore. The next thing you are hearing is, Kilele, what's the meaning of this? Why are they cooking this? Who brought this? Everybody was. Nobody could eat. And at a Yoruba wedding, if food is not flowing, excuse me, what's happening at that Yoruba wedding? Comment section. If food is not flowing generally at a Yoruba wedding, what's going on at the wedding? And then everybody started to spit the food out. What kind of in-law is this? Did we come to you to beg you to marry our daughter? If you know that you cannot afford good food, we would have cooked it ourselves. We would have cooked it ourselves. Everybody had something to say. Party has ended. Automatically, there is no need for party. People that came, majority of the people that came for food. They don't care about you. If you like, marry. If you like, don't marry. It's not their business. It's only your close friends and family that are, Every other person is food, though, Yoruba people. Every other person, they will just carry their bag. Is this why we came? So this is the reason I dressed up. This is the reason. And everybody had something to say to Oye. And they carried their bag and they went home. By the time the bride and the groom looked around, there were just 7 people left. The father of the bride, mother of the bride, father of the groom, mother of the groom, 2 siblings on one side and 1 best friend. Every other person has gone home. Every other person has gone home. And that was how broad daylight, humiliation and disgrace. Bí Ọ̀yẹ́ ṣe tẹ́ nìyẹn, ó tẹ́ níta gbangba, ó ṣẹ̀ sí ìta gbangba. Ó ṣẹ̀ sí ìta gbangba bó ṣe tẹ́ nìyẹn. The money he would have used to make Ebo is not up to 1/10 of the money he spent on that party. And then he was looking around. What happened? What did you people put in the food? Oh, my enemies are at war. It's my village people. No, sir, you two taste the food. He tasted it. Báwo ni gbẹ̀gìrì ṣe kan báyìí? And people are asking, when did they cook this gbẹ̀gìrì? It was yesterday. I told them to cook it yesterday so that we can come early this morning. Ẹ̀sìn ìta gbangba, public disgrace, public shame. Irú àǹtí kan fira wọn ṣe báyìí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. On the Nigerian side of TikTok, auntie kan ṣẹ̀sìn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. When that auntie that we are referring to, when she experienced the first one, Elédùmarè fi fà létí, àwọn tó láyé fi fà létí, but kò gbọ́n. Common sense is not common at all. Kò gbọ́n, ó wá lọ. Somebody just decided to sit down and craft their own downfall. Mi ò rí rẹ̀ rí. No, I've never seen it before. For someone to sit down and craft their own downfall like that. Ó tún wá ṣe tán. They invited her to a TV station to come and talk. It's not police that invited her. It's not EFCC. It's not court. Invitation, she could have said no. She carried her 2 leg and sat down there. You see, when you know that there is something that is pushing somebody, see, practical example of a shooting shame, ayé tí ń ṣèyàn, you will see, without the involvement of anybody, the person will just wake up by themselves, for themselves, with themselves, carry themselves and just go and disgrace themselves publicly. Just like that. Nobody is pushing them, nobody lied against them, no other person will be involved. They will be the lead character, the supporting actor, the producer, the director, the DOP, the advertiser, the marketer of that entire movie. They are the ones that will craft the movie and market it and sell it by themselves. The title of that movie is Public Disgrace, ÌṢÄŠE. And it could have been avoided. In the case of Oye, it could have been avoided. But you know how the last part of this Odù that I like, the last part of this essay, I love it. It says, "Ẹ̀yin ò rí Ifá wo bí tí ń ṣe." Have you seen how Ifa works? No, I'm just telling you. I'm just saying to you. Have you seen how Ifa works? We are asking you here. We are asking you here. Have you seen how Ifa works? This Ifa is saying, just in case you don't know, just in case you are coming from church and they have shown you that Jesus is grateful, Jesus is kind, Jesus is loving, and you are coming into Ifa with that sense. Oh, Ifa will forgive, Ifa understands what I'm going through. Here, at this side that you have come to, carry your coat of accountability and your white cap of responsibility and set it very well before you come to this side. Because if you don't take that coat of being accountable and that cap of being responsible on this side, wọ́n ní ẹ̀yin ò rí Ifá wo bí tí ń ṣe. Ifá dé aláṣẹ, wọ́n ní ọ̀pẹ dé abìṣe tiẹ̀ ní wàrà. Please shut that door. Thank you so much for that gift. He says, have you not seen how Ifa works? Ifa arrives with authority. Ọ̀pẹ, the palm tree, it fulfills itself swiftly. Ifa arrives with authority. Have you seen how Ifa works in this place? Straight up. No. Most of you come to, you want to use your life as experiment, as proof. I don't think what Ifa said is true. Yes, we will use your life as experiment. You know how they say experience is the best teacher, but it has to be the experience of other people. You know how we use other people's story to say use somebody's experience to learn. Somebody has to be stupid before we learn what stupidity is. So it's okay. You are fulfilling a purpose in the universe. You are showing us exactly what happens to people that disobey Ifa. We are using your life as an example to learn. Thank you. Because we all need an example. And you have volunteered yourself to be an example of anything ogbon and etifiti ekogbon. Look at how Ifa works. If you think that there is this, whatever you do, once you go, Father forgive me, Elédùmarè please forgive me, my Ori please forgive me, everything will just become new. The only thing that will become new is the day. The day is the only thing that will become new. Every other thing is the way it is. It's waiting for you. The consequences of that choice you are making, wọ́n dúró díẹ̀ báyìí, wọ́n ní iyán ogún ọdún nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ó máa ń gbóná fẹ́lifẹ́li ni. The pounded yam that you have pounded 20 years ago and you thought everybody has forgotten, it is there, it is hot. The day you open it after 20 years, it is still hot, you'll be able to eat it. It's waiting for you. It's still going to be hot and edible, you will eat it. You are the one that pounded it, ìwọ ló máa jẹ. If you dodge it today, you have just moved it further a bit. But I am going to escape it, kojo. If there is kojo, there is nothing like that. So when you hear people say, I left Ifa and I went back to church, accountability and responsibility is what they ran away from. And they thought they could run away from it. They will meet it there. But when they meet it there, religion will tell them is their village people. Religion will tell them is principalities and powers and rulers of darkness of this present world. Religion will tell them to start to bind and cast. They are not. See, I told somebody one day, I said, you people need to sit down and analyze a lot of things that religion is posing. When you hear things like, no weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. The moment you hear that, your mind, your religious mind is wired to think that they are talking about things from outside. Some of you, you are the weapon that is fashioned against yourself. And every time you quote that scripture, you are the one that is not going to prosper. You are the one that said it. You are the weapon that is fashioned against yourself. You are the one that is doing yourself. You are the one that is creating an enabling environment for negativity to thrive. You are responsible. Take accountability for it. Oye had full knowledge of what was going to happen. They told him. And you know the beautiful thing about Ifa, Ifa will not just say, a Babala will not just wake up and say, I had a vision, I saw this, the Spirit of God told me this, and they will just give you bad news and go. No. Ifa will tell you, the Ifa priest will tell you exactly what they see, what's going to happen, what Ifa has said, and will also give you a solution. It would also come with warning. Ifa will also help you to not get into that situation again. It's an entire full package. It's left to you to do with it what you want to. I don't understand how we are in a time and age when we have access to the instructions of Ifa. And we are still walking around gambling with life. I'm just wondering, what else do you need? You come, they give you instruction to say, this situation you've come to make inquiries, this is how it's going to look. It's not looking good though. But if I will tell you how it will look, nobody is going to lie to you. Nobody is going to lie to you. Somebody said, Ma, what about Ikilo? Like when Ifa says don't eat chicken, what's the point to that? Okay. Let me break it to you in a way that you would understand. When they tell somebody that is lactose intolerance, don't drink milk, what's the point to it? I mean, milk is a very good source of protein. Why would anybody tell anybody not to drink milk? Because they are lactose intolerant. It takes you having a backstory about them to know that milk can be unhealthy for them. But when somebody walks into a place and just gives you front-end information that don't eat, don't drink milk, or you can argue, you can intelligently argue with anybody that why would you tell someone not to take milk? I have 267 pages of research to prove that milk is the way of life. Then the person says, oh no, I'm lactose intolerant. They are lactose intolerant. Okay, that explains it exactly. So when Ifa tells you, don't do this, don't do that, don't eat this, don't eat that, these are your taboos, these are not your taboos, there is a backstory. There is something about your journey in life that negates chicken, and chicken negates it. There is always a backstory. Ifa doesn't just wake up and look at somebody's face and say, your eyes are blue, your ear is yellow, your teeth is white. Okay, don't eat sugarcane. Next. I don't like the shape of your nose. You don't eat ram. Next. You, I've been watching you since. Don't wear black, red, green, blue, purple, yellow, green, and white. So what other color do you wear? I don't care. Just move. Ifa doesn't do that. There is a backstory. Just like the doctor does not just look at you and say, Madam, move here. Let me see that your daughter. How tall is she? 2 feet. Okay. Don't let her drink water anymore. You, come. How old is your son? As your son looks like somebody that will be stubborn, don't let him eat bone anymore. No, a doctor doesn't say that. There is always backstory. So with every Ifa divination and instruction, there is a backstory. If you have a Babalawo who has in-depth knowledge and has the ability, the teaching ability to break down things, he's able to explain to you why certain things are. When I did my Itefa and I was handed different, it was don't eat this, don't do this. I sat down with my Baba to explain to me what, why, and he brought out several essays of the of Ifa. This is the reason you should not do this. People that are born with this Odù, if they do this, this is what happens to them. This is the backstory of why they negate this. They will break it down. But like I said, for people that have teaching abilities and teaching skills, it is not everybody that is able to articulate their thoughts eloquently. the way some of us can. So they might not be able to pass that information to you in a way that it breaks down. As far as they are concerned, you are just supposed to take take what Ifa has said, run with it for the good of your life. So that's pretty much how it works. Money ẹ̀yin ò rí bí Ifá wo ẹ̀yin ò rí Ifá wo bí ti ń ṣe Ifá dé aláṣẹ. Ifa de Aláṣẹ. Ifa has come, the one with authority. Can't you see the way Ifa is moving in this situation? Ifa has come with authority. Ifa has come with authority. Ifa has come with authority. Ifa will move swiftly. Ẹ má lọ máa rò pé Ifa is gracious and don't be thinking like that. Don't be thinking like that. Don't use your life as example for us. Don't use yourself as signboard to teach and direct other people. This is your life we are talking about, though. It's serious. So some of you think spirituality is a part of our life. Spirituality is the center, the anchor, the foundation, the ball in which every other thing exists. Every other aspect of your life is anchored on your spirituality, on your spiritual life. It is the engine that is driving the vehicle of your life. So if there is any aspect of your life you should take 200% seriously, it should be your spiritual life. You can decide to joke with any other thing, but you see your spirituality. Oh yeah, went there and got disgrace. Money wasted. Maybe the family even said, no, you cannot marry our daughter, you have disgraced us in public. Maybe he even lost that marriage. Food has been wasted. Before community will get over that information, Oye will pass another day. Look at your friend. If you see the food he served at his in-laws party, everybody will laugh and will go. Oh yeah, we carry his agbada again the next day. Oh, Benny, kagbada sile. The money you used to do agbada, why didn't you just cook good food for us? They will laugh again, and they will go away. Especially all those young girls in the village, in the community that they like him because he's a rich man and he was not looking their side. Ori mi ti mu. Ẹlẹ́dàá mi ti mu. Shebi, I was looking at him that day at the river, at the stream. He was doing as if he's the only one that has money. You see, my Ori is very strong. Your Ori don't have anything to do with it. But life has given you opportunity to laugh at Oye. The man that he was competing with over that his wife, the girl he wanted to marry, and eventually the family said, give in to Oye. And that boy that has been following that girl around since age 14, since age 12, he goes into his room and he says, it's because of money they did not pick him. No problem. This life, I will have money. I will come back and show them. He heard. On the wedding day, he was even in his house. Is this the way they will marry my first love, my high school sweetheart? This is the way they are going to marry her. News came to him that Oye went there to say, he will now be in his house smiling. He will go to the girl's house the next day. Are you not supposed to be in your husband's house? Are you not married? The girl will be like, you already know what happened. What happened? Tell me. Is the food, food that my mother has at home in excess. Food is what a man that wants to take care of you for the rest of your life could not provide. Food. You will now look at the mother. We told you then that you should choose wisely, but you have chosen. He even brought disgrace on the family of the in-laws. Find people that were wearing fine clothes. He went to pour oil on their white. Stain white. Do you know how long it would take them in the community in those days to get over all of those things? I said, if you are making Iwure for yourself, hold your Ori and say, Eshuma Shemi. Repeat it after me. Eshuma Shemi.
Eshuma Shemi.
Eshuma Shemi.
Eshuma Shemi.
Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, Èṣù ò ní ṣe wá.
Àṣẹ.
Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, Èṣù ò ní ṣe wá.
Àṣẹ.
If you know what that means, Eshu should not, the Orisha that is the trickster, should not look at you and decide to take revenge on you. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. It's a very important prayer. And the moment you are told to make ebo, go ahead and do it. These people just want to collect money, but you are the one that left your house and came to meet them. When you went to the Babalawos, when you are complaining that this Babalawo is taking money, when you went to Babalawo's place, were you intending that there will be free ebo? I don't understand. Like, you already know these things. It's not an information that is coming to you, boom, for the first time. I didn't know that's how they used to do. You already know. What were you expecting to happen? That's the last part of the Ifa, the last part of the what did they call it? The Odù. We say, this ebo that was asked to do, the Awo should be the one that should use ebo. The Awo should be the one that should do the ebo. Ebo ta ni ki Oyeru yi, Awo eni ko se o. Is that what you are expecting to hear? Yes. Mrs. O forever. Eshu is our best friend. Eshu is our confidant. Eshu is our planner. Eshu is our influencer. I'm writing a book on Eshu. The book is titled Eshu, Influencer of the Year. When you hold Eshu, you sit down and you take care of Eshu, and you walk hand in hand with Eshu. The experience of life that you will have, everybody will be wondering what's happening. And you know the interesting part of Eshu. Eshu can move like this and move like this at the same time. That's why he's the Orisha of the crossroad. Eshu can move here and move here at the same time. Eshu is here supporting you. Eshu looks ahead and sees the people that wants to come against you. He will go there and deal with them while he's still supporting you. Eshu is everywhere. Eshu be sure everywhere. How do you think Orunmila was able to succeed on his mission, the assignment Elédùmarè gave to Orunmila? How did you think Orunmila was able to succeed? We have done that Odù Ifá before. Wọ́n ní adífá fún Orunmila tó fẹ́ lọ mú Èṣù, tó fẹ́ lọ fi Èṣù ṣọ̀rẹ́. Orunmila looked at Èṣù of all the Orishas and this one, you will need this one in this life. Oh. Went to make a divination and say, please, this age, I want to go and make friends with Eshu. I am the one that wants to go and make friends with Eshu. Please help me check. How do we deal with this? Ifa says, go ahead. You need Eshu. Which is why when you do your Itefa, irrespective of whether the Orisha that came up for you is Eshu or not, you are advised to have Eshu have Eshu and put in your house at the entrance of your house. Just let Eshu sit there. It will fight for you and we fight the people that are against you. Why do you think Eshu is sitting by the side of every Orisha? Where you see Ogun, Eshu is there. Shango, Eshu is there. Yemoja, Eshu is there. Oshun, Eshu is there. Obatala, Eshu is there. Eshu is by the side of all of them. There is an Iwure that I like to make when I'm giving a bow. What I say to Eshu, once we are giving a bow to the other Orisha, we give Eshu his own. What I say is Eshu. When we give Eshu the drink, Eshu, lọ ti àwọn olóore mi tí wọ́n gbọ̀n títí tó fi máa ṣorí ọwọ́ wọn fún mi. Wọn ò ní rántí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀, wọ́n ṣáà lọ fún wọn lọ́tí kó tì wọ́n gbọ̀n. Ṣé o wá ráwọn tó ń bá mi jà fún wọn lọ́tí bá mi tì wọ́n lu Ògún? Kó o tì wọ́n lu Ògún, kóògùn fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn wẹ̀. Is Eshu. The same ọtí we work both ways. When we give Eshu ọtí, we say, Eshu, go and give this ọtí, this drink, to my helpers, to my benefactors. Let them be so drunken that they are happy and they can just do anything for me. Let them give me every benefit that is in their hand before they even realize that they've done it. This same alcohol I'm giving to you, go and spot the people that are trying to work against me. Feed them with the same drink. And let them get so drunken. Push them to Ogun. Let Ogun deal with them. In one cup, in that one cup, Eshu has received assignment. And you know what they say? Wọ́n ní ẹlẹ́kùn sunkún, láàárọ̀ yẹn ń sùn jẹ. the person that owns the situation, the person that is the owner of the situation, let me say it as a Nigerian would say, the person that is the owner of the calamity is crying tears. Eshu is looking at the person and is crying blood. How far? The person that is in the situation is saying, hey, see what's happening. Eshu is saying, oh my goodness, what's going on here? Eshu will loud it times 10. The person that has diarrhea is going to poop normal poop. Eshu is carrying that person's emotion. Eshu is going to poop his intestine and his liver and his kidney out. You see why I said Eshu is the influencer of the year? You involve Eshu in your business. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ fún Eshu. Ẹni kò sẹ́ni tó gbọ́. You gave Eshu your matter. You say everybody did not hear. Eshu will say, just sit down. Is this it? Eshu will blow that line for you out of proportion. You need to sit down and study different Odù Ifás that speak about Eshu and how Eshu helps people. There was a particular Odù that we were reading in the house I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. Odù Ifá was done for somebody, and Omo Awo that just finished his training. Ifa says he should go to another community and go there and be a priest. And the person said, I just learned how I just came. They said, go and give Ebo to Eshu and see how Eshu will take care of the situation. He gave Ebo to Eshu. Do you know what Eshu did? Before the guy got to that community, Eshu went into that community, into the marketplace, one by one, and started to tell people that, hey, you people have all these problems. See, he picks one person. I heard that your child is sick. How did you know? I heard people saying that you have carried that child up and down. But why are you people wasting your money? There is this person that lives down the road, the third house. Is a very strong Ifa priest. Is a very strong traditional medicine practitioner. I didn't know there was a traditional medicine practitioner there. There is one there. That's what I'm saying. He's a very humble person. He doesn't shout about himself. People are the ones that go and look for him. You don't know him because he travels everywhere. Eshu will start to tell everybody. He started telling everybody one by one. The guy was still coming. By the time the guy arrived at night, started setting up his shrine. By the next morning, he opened his door. The long key was there. And the guy is like, what's going on here? They said you are the one that can take care of our daughter. They said you are the one that can give them money. They said you are the one that can appease the orishas for them. And Eshu came by while the key was on. Eshu smiled and went away. Somebody had asked a question. The person said, so why do we have this negative? Let me scroll to the question. I saw your question. I didn't ignore it. So why did they make us hate Eshu? Are you asking that question? It's like somebody has... No, let me answer that question by saying, people that want to keep certain assets from you, why do they present it to you as something negative? People that have traveled abroad before and they went there to succeed and they don't want you to succeed, why did they come back to you and say, don't go there, there is nothing that is working there. Whoa, there is nothing that is working there. Yet they are there. It's the same reason. The bridge, the Orisha that bridges the gap between us and the rest of the Orisha is Eshu. The Orisha that bridges the gap between us and the Ajoguns are the negative forces of life. The description, for lack of better words in English, they will be loosely described as demons, is Eshu that stands in between. So Eshu is like the bridge. You are here, the rest of the Orishas are here, the Ajoguns are here. If you want to stop somebody from moving from here to here, what do? You take the bridge away now, or you go there and tell them, hey, don't go on that bridge, oh. that bridge is shaking. Anybody that steps on that bridge right now, this and this. If they want to stop people on the mainland from going to the island, what do? They just have to conjure a story about the third mainland bridge. Nobody will pass through it again. So they sat down and they told you that Eshu is it. Because the moment you cannot approach Eshu, it's like a use one stone to kill two birds. You have already cut off from every. How do you get to every other Orisha and to Ajogun without Eshu? So they picked the most important one. And they decided to build a narration around it. And the moment you have that narration, every other thing is gone. Even till today, as we are accepting Ifa, look at the diaspora audience and look at the audience in Nigeria. You have a lot of people in the diaspora proudly saying Omo Eshunimi, but as somebody that was raised in a Yoruba Christian family, even though you have come to Ifa 5, 6, 10 years ago, for you to be able to see Omo Eshu, there is still that part, the child of it, there is that part of you that still feels a certain kind of way. You can say, Omo Alaje ni mi, Omo Osun ni mi, Omo Yemoja ni mi, Omo Orunmila ni mi, Omo Ifa ni mi. But you see that Eshu, it has taken several decades inside of you. When you see it, it feels a certain kind of way. It's still very challenging for you to say it. That is how much they have put it in. Even those of us that did not grow up in predominantly Yoruba speaking family, we still have the same idea about it. This is the reason. This is the reason. I have people that still come to me to say, yeah, please, whatever it is you want to do for me, I just don't want to involve anything with issue. They are ready to give able to Orisha. But you see that issue, I'm still not convinced. I don't know if I really want to have anything to do. Let's just focus on Ifa. Let's do the other Orishas. Auntie, I cannot lie to you. You cannot give, you will now give able to Ogun and issue standing there. You want to see Shonsho. You know what Shonsho is? This is Shonsho. This pointed thing is called Shonsho. You know what they use this type of things to do. This is a shoe. The Shonsho that is on Ori Eshu. You want to see Shonsho, Eshu will give you Shonsho. You cannot give able to those ones without it. So these are the reasons Eshu was, thought of, that was presented in that way, and we are changing that narrative. And I want to use this opportunity to say kudos and well done to everybody that is carrying the mandate of Eshu is not Satan. To everybody that is out there correcting that narrative, rewriting the story of Eshu, rebranding Eshu, not even rewriting, not rebranding, but telling us the truth about Eshu, coming up with it. There are some people that Elédùmarè has sent in this time of life that they are championing that cause of Eshu. And if there is any Orisha you want to learn about, you want to research, you want to get close to, you want to have a relationship with, please start with Eshu. Once you are done with your Ori, Eshu should be the next one. Trust me, Eshu needs serious PR. Eshu should be the next one. Once you are done with your Ori, Eshu should be the next one. In fact, this conversation today is encouraging me to go and finish up my book, Eshu, the Influencer of the Year. Especially those of you that are doing business. Eshu will give you the fastest way. When you tell people this is how you went about it, on the surface, when somebody looks at you and he says, it has to be legal that somebody will succeed like this. You look at certain things and it looks too good. It looks too slick. For people that are moral people, all those religious moral people who came to this world to suffer for the cause of the gospel, they don't feel comfortable with that kind of thing because they are used to, they have to suffer in this life. It should be find you the fastest and the slickest way out of that situation. That when you two are done, you look at yourself and look at the rest of the world and say, There is sense where there is sense. There is sense where there is sense. Sit down with issue and ask issue, what's the fastest way to deal with this? Let me share one secret for you. Let me share one secret. If you are in a relationship, am I supposed to be saying this in a public place? Ifa is wealth of knowledge. Wealth of knowledge to the people that find it. If you are in a relationship with someone, you are dating someone. When you meet somebody, nobody understands anybody. Nobody understands anybody. Iyanifa said I should not. The rest of you say I should. Don't worry. Let me paraphrase it. Nobody understands anybody. Even you are learning yourself. You understand? Don't worry. I'm keeping our secret. Let me just give them a teaser so that they will go and find more information. Let me give them trailer so that they will go and watch the whole movie. You know how you don't know yourself? There is no way you can say, I've studied this person very well before I marry them. And so, let me use Nigerian English. So therefore, the relationship is supposed to be successful. There is nothing like that. You want to study someone, you cannot graduate from that school. That's the way human beings are designed. But do you know the shortcuts to dealing with people? The moment you know the person's name and their mother's name, just go to issue and give issue able on behalf of that person. Go to your issue if you have issue in your house, or if it's your baba you call, tell issue that you see this person, I love this person, I want this relationship to work. If I said the relationship is going to work, but you know human life, you too, you know how human life is. So I'm giving this able concerning this person. I just want to know, give me the shortcut and the secret about this person. Sit down with your Ifa, with your issue. If you have your Ifa, put your Ifa and your issue side by side. Give whatever it is you are giving. Make sure you eat out of it first too. Taste out of it. Give it to issue. Give it to Ifa. Tell your issue exactly what you want and go. If you want to do it every ose, that is for issue. Maybe 3 consecutive ose. You just find out that the things you are doing are the things that the person likes. You just find them saying, we just met recently. How do I feel like I know you? You will smile and you would say, you just, you do thumbs up. Try to locate where issue is and just do. You are somewhere, you are trying to make a decision. Issue just whispers to you, or you whispers to you, pick the green one. You get home and you pick the green one and you get to them and they're like, oh my God, I just thought about this green this morning. Put your hand in the corner and say thumbs up to issue. Issue can see you. Just do thumbs up to issue. Issue is seeing you. Meanwhile, if you had picked blue, the way the fight would have gone, something you don't know anything about. But why are you upset with? I didn't even know which one you like. You should have called me, you should have asked me, you should have been able to figure it out. Life is easy. Life is easy if you choose to have sense. Try it. No, I really want certain people to try it. Please try it. This thing I just told you right now, try it. I've tried it. Don't worry, I'm not going to loud it, but I've tried it. You will just find out that that relationship is going effortlessly. You are competing with people, bidding for something. You gave able to every other person, you did not give to issue. You give able to issue. You are not having conversation about it. Sit down with your issue and take, you see, this contract we are bidding for, there are so many people that are more qualified than me. Qualification is not what I'm looking for. You know what I'm looking for right now, what I want to say to you, right? Just go and just do your thing. Just find a way past put the bureaucracy aside. Just make sure I get it. It's me and you. When I get it, I'm coming back to you. It's not me. You know me now. It's not today. Don't be today. We don't tell. Just make sure that we get it. One of the people that, irrespective of what could have happened, that person was going to. Thank you so much. That person was going to win that contract. They will just find out that the person is not there that day. Let me share something that happened with one of my clients. She's in South Africa. Her husband is a community D, if you know what I mean. So he's just everywhere. But she's raising children with this man, and she loves this man. And Ifa says that marriage will work for her if she's able to take care of certain things. So, all right. The man was going to work that day, and he was facing disciplinary committee based on something he had done. He had done it. So he confided in his wife, see, oh, he might be losing his job, this and this is the situation, blah, blah, blah. And she called me. And I said, send these voice notes to your husband. This situation, you are the one that is in the wrong. But Ifa says, if you are able to do this and do this and do this, aside from that able, there are physical instructions that is given to you on what to. He was like, I'm going to do it. I will make sure I do it. I said, okay. Ishu will handle it. Ifa says we should give able to Ishu. I said, normally you can use a rooster, a chicken, but Oga, don't give Ishu anything less than a goat in this situation. And we did. The man got there. And people were there. No, he has to go. This is not the first time. This is not this is not that. He said he was panicking. And the person that kept on saying, no, I'm not going to. 2 seconds after the whole day, or 2 minutes, he receives a call and he steps out. I'm going to pick this call. And they waited for about 2-3 minutes, and somebody said, please, let's conclude. What do you guys think? Another person again left. 3 people left with random calls, and the rest of them were like, okay, this and this, let's just do this. This is going to be your last warning. And they allowed him, and they left. And those people didn't come back till the end of that meeting. And everything was done in his favor. He called his wife immediately. I said, let him remember what Ifa says he should do. Let him go and fix it. That was what caused the drastic change in that man's life. I want to know who this your Nigerian spiritual mother is. I want to know, how did she do it? Nobody will make decision in that office without those people. This one. I told him, I said, the reason your wife came to me in the first place is because you are going everywhere, disgracing yourself like a biaja. I don't know. Don't let's say it in English. Community D, walking up and down. That's why she came. And this woman loves you. She wants to build a home and a life with you. She doesn't want you. That's how we started. In fact, at that time, I don't know if I was a therapist or a spiritualist. We shall talk. We'll call the man. Okay, this girl has shown up now. How do we fix it? In the course of that 6 months or 7 months of going back and forth to just help the man fix, we found out that 2 of his community members got pregnant. And this lady was ready to accept that just to move. And I told the man, I said, see, you are making a covenant and a promise to me and to Ishu. You see the way Ishu moved in your favor. Go and try nonsense. Just try nonsense. Ishu will move against you in that manner. Ishu goes both ways and every way. Both ways and every way. They are together now. In fact, interesting enough, the first office that I had in South Africa was given to me by this couple. Yeah. It was given to me by this couple. My first set of operations was taken care of by the wife. She got people to, take care of my sales, take care of everything, It was Ishu. That's how Ishu moved. The man had to see Ishu in action for that family to be healed again. And I keep telling him, stylishly and joking, if you try anything again, you will see Ishu, which is why we're always very, Ishu has these 2 sides. If you move this way, it should be move that way. If you want to have sense, it should have sense this way. If you want to go low, you can't go lower than Ishu. Ishu is there. You look up, Ishu is there. You look down, is there. You want to go low, Ishu will be waiting for you there. You understand? So these are things that I usually say this. If you want to know the best of our ancestors, our orishas, our spirit being, just look for those of them that has been negated the most. Of all the orishas that we have, which of them has been negated the most? Comment section. Of all the orishas that we have. Yeti or Veti, I don't know how to pronounce that. Watching from Jamaica, thank you so much. Ashela, Àbọṣíṣẹ is issue. Of all the non-orisha spirit beings that we have, the other spirit hierarchy that we have, which other ones have been negated the most? Eshu is the one for the orisha, the most negated orisha. Now, non-orishas that are spirit beings, which ones have been negated the most? Let me see if other people will get it. Àwọn Yami. And you see those two? You see those two entities. You need them for survival. You see those two entities. They are going to decide and determine the quality of life you will live. They are the most powerful. They are the most important. And they are the most negated. These things are easy to see. Didn't you people take one simple course in psychology when you were in uni? Àbí gbogbo yín lẹ lọ university mi ò fi bú yín o. Àbẹ̀yìn school lẹ gbà kọjá ni. Haven't you people taken one simple course in psychology to understand that when somebody wants to present something to you negative, the most important one to you is the one they will drag the most? You see that person that people are talking negatively about them the most, they are likely to be the nicest person in the room. You want to find the ones that is most important, the one that is most useful for you. Just look around and see the one that they have painted black the most. It is issue and àwọn Yami. So if you are coming into Ifa, and you want to know where to start to unlearn from, sit down and spend time studying issue and àwọn Yami. Create a relationship with these two entities. Create a relationship with these two entities. Understand them. Love them. Let them hear your name regularly. Let them hear your name regularly. Somebody had said something that Ayo said, okay, I can't say those words out because the algorithm might pick it up as. There is nothing negative about them. The people, no, these things are simple. The people that told you that they are negative, the people that told you Eshu is negative, that told you àwọn Yamis are negative, they told you Eshu is Satan, the Yami is witches, they are negative forces. Those people, please, excuse me, the people that told you that, do they love you? Have they ever done anything in the history of life to your people that sounds like love? I'm just saying. Yes or no? Do they love you? What has always been their mission about your people and people that look like you? So if you want to understand, it's simple. It's just simple psychology. Somebody doesn't like you. Somebody doesn't want you to progress. Somebody doesn't want anything good from you. Somebody has come to take advantage of you. Somebody has come to take away from you. Somebody wants you to constantly be the one that will be serving them. Somebody wants you to be the one that will be serving them. If they tell you something, most likely that thing is a lie. So if you want to know exactly what that thing means, it's the opposite of what they told you. When people say this, some people lie to the extent that if they tell you good morning, you need to go outside and check, is it night or morning? You need to check, because it's likely to be the exact opposite. So if you want to know the truth about Eshu and àwọn Yami, it's just the exact opposite of what these people have told you. Simple. That's the first simple definition. The exact opposite of what they told you. That's just it. So Ayo, Mr., Mrs. or Miss Ayo, whoever, what's your, I don't know what your prefix is, she, he, they, or them, whatever your prefix is. Let me explain something to you. There is nothing negative about àwọn Yami. Ifa has a group of negative forces and they are called Ajogun. There is no ambiguity about that. They are spelled out to us. we are the ones that teach people that that's what they are, because that's what they are. It's not something that somebody came to find out for us and somebody is telling us that, can you imagine, they have demons. We know them, we identify them, that is what they are called. Ajogun, that is what they are called. They are the negative forces of life. Àwọn Yami is not included, Eshu is not included, Ajogun is Ajogun, and that's what they are. Simple and straightforward. Àwọn Yami, they are the judges of the earth that has come to put a balance. Exactly. Thank you so much. Iyanifa Mena, Olori Mena Eshegoni. They have come to put, what's it called? Balance. So think of them as judges. When you have a judge, today he rules that somebody be sentenced to life. He gives somebody a life sentence. Tomorrow he says somebody is discharged and acquitted. Now, the family of the people that they gave life sentence, what will they say to you about that judge? After everything we said, after our brother begged, after their sister begged, the judge still said life sentence. They don't like the judge. But the family that had discharged and acquitted, hey, I love that judge. That's why I like to use judges that are women. They are just very loving and they are just very caring. No, they are just doing their job. Somebody is experiencing network issues. Is it everybody or just one person? Chief will say, if you like, do anyhow. It doesn't change what Ifa is. It does not change what Ifa is. They are judges, that's what they are. That is the balance. So it depends on the angle that you are staying. The law is balanced. It depends on the side of the law that you are staying. If you stay on the good side of the law, you will always love the law and the law enforcement agent. If you are on the flip side of the law, you will always think the law is bad and the law enforcement agents are not good people. You are the one that is choosing the side of the law. They said network is doing anyhow. Hey, network, kilo share, don't share anyhow. Network, don't do anyhow. If you don't want to see anyhow, don't do anyhow. Be stable, relax, be calm. We'll soon finish. We'll soon finish. Thank you. All right, hold on. Let me try and see if we can correct something. Let me try and see if we can correct something. Can you view TikTok from there? But people are complaining that it's lagging. So why are you not experiencing the same thing that they are experiencing? Where is the MTN? Okay, it's here. I've seen it. All right, let's see. I need you guys to confirm that it's better. Just hold on. I'm trying to switch. I'm switching in between networks. Just hold on. I'm switching in between networks. Just hold on. Is it better now? Is it back? Excuse me, I'm talking to you. Is it back? What exactly is going on? Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. Those of you on YouTube or those that are catching a replay, sorry for that break. We're trying to fix the network. Can you guys see me and hear me clearly now? Please, I need to know what's going on. Can you say something, please? Those of you we're back. All right, that's good. Okay, we're back. Thank you so much. So those are the two most important spiritual personalities that you should connect to. Now, what are the lessons and the blessings and the instruction on this Odù? Ifa says, obedience to instruction is the foundation of protection. Please keep clicking on your screen. Obedience to instruction is the foundation of protection. Obedience to instruction is the foundation of protection. Ifa says ignoring warnings leads to embarrassment and downfall. Ignoring warnings, it leads to embarrassment and downfall. If you ignore the warnings of Ifa, you already know how it's going to end. Ifa says sacrifice will prevent misfortune and disgrace. Sacrifice will prevent misfortune and disgrace. Ifa says this Odù teaches us about alertness, about discipline and humility. When Ifa says something, don't look at yourself like, I've passed that stage in my life. There's nothing that can happen. This does not apply to me again. Iyanifa, check another essay in that Odù. This one cannot be me. I've passed this stage. Ifa says you should be alert, you should be disciplined, and you should take to instructions. The warnings that are coming with this Odù, Ifa says do not ignore spiritual instructions. If you do, omate. Do not ignore spiritual instruction. If you do, there is humiliation and disgrace waiting at the other side. It's left to you. Ifa says don't go where you have been warned not to go. Before you make decisions on how to move, what to do, consult with your Ifa. You see how they say, take this medication. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. My question is, why do you want to gamble with your health? Why don't you go and consult doctor? The person that made the medication is not even giving you a guarantee of anything. He's saying gamble with this first. In case it doesn't work, then have sense to go where you are supposed to go. Why don't you just wake up in the morning and have sense? And just go straight to the doctor. That's the same thing about life. Some of you want to gamble first and see. Let me see if life... I believe that some people are making it in life without a but let me try it. You really want to gamble with your human life. Like you really want to do that. You are really going to do that with yourself. What do you want to prove? You want to prove. You want to use your life as an experiment to prove that Ifa is not real. You want to use your life as an experiment to prove that information of centuries is not real, is not what it is. Because it is not the Awo that you are proving wrong. I'm not telling you, I didn't see anything about you. I don't see vision. As an Awo, I do not see vision. I'm just telling you what Ifa said I should tell you. It doesn't have anything to do with me. Ifa says, that is what it is. Ifa says, not Tara, Ifa gba to fi wí bẹ́ẹ̀. And then we read the Odù Ifá. Not Tara means see the straight road that Ifa went and spoke this thing. Very straight, not ambiguous. Not Tara, Ifa gba to fi wí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ademaka Odù Ifá. So you now want to use your life in 2026 to prove that Ifa that has existed 10,067 years. This year is going to be the 10,068th year of the existence of Ifa. You now want to use your own life to do experiments. And see, I thought you had more sense than that. I thought you had way more sense than that. No, don't do it. Don't do it. People have done it before you. It did not end well. Don't do it. But if you choose to, we will add you story to experiment, just like we added the story of Oye. Just like I was giving you stories of different clients now, I will just add the story of that person to there was one client one day. They said she should do it, but she did not do it. So that's how she went to disgrace herself openly in public. We will add your story and use your story to learn, like we are learning from the story of Oye today. It's okay. There is no way you move. You are still useful to us. But be useful to yourself. Don't gamble with your... Life is too... Adult life is too important for you to gamble with it. And the first level of gamble is going through life without knowing the Odù Ifá that birthed you. That is the greatest gamble. Going through life without knowing your purpose, without having your Odù, without knowing your blueprint. For those of you that are joining for the first time, or you are hearing me for the first time, and you don't know that people actually come to life with a purpose, and people have unique blueprints in life, and my journey of life is different from the next person, welcome. Welcome home. Welcome to the part of life where sense is common. Everybody is on an individual journey. Separate life, separate everything. Which is why you find children raised in the same house will turn out different. Life will happen to them differently. Everybody has their own. I beg of you, find out your own. And in Ifa is easy. It's not a sit down and pray. The Spirit of God will speak to you. You don't know if it's the Spirit of God that is speaking that time, or hunger, or the movie you watched yesterday that did you not finish watching the season. Your head is recreating the rest of the season. You don't know if that's what is speaking to you at that time. But Ifa makes it very clear and straight. There is a divination in Ifa where everybody can find their path and their purpose clearly read, no ambiguity. Very clean and simple. Onotara. And Ifa mangba soro. Ifa speaks straight and open. It does not go through corner. Ifa does not go through corners. It goes to you straight and simple. If you have not done that divination, in Yoruba it is called Ìṣẹ̀ṣe and Itefa. Ìṣẹ̀ṣe or Itefa. Depends on the one you're doing. If you have not done that divination, that is your first step into playing kites with your life. You are still gambling because you have not found your purpose. You don't know what your taboos are. You don't know the things to avoid. You don't know what to do. You don't know the kind of career to walk into. You don't know the person to get married to. You don't know the health challenges that you are likely to have. You don't know whether you are going to succeed in your home country or you have to travel. You are just following bandwagon. You don't know so many things. You are still gambling, playing kites with your life. Playing kites with your life. That's your first step in finding out your direction, finding out your purpose. Sit down and find it out. Then just be there and start to, at least now that you have found out, sit down. So where am I on this map that they've given to us? Where am I? Oh, this is where you are on the map. Meanwhile, you are going here and you are here. Then you now move this way. If I will direct you to move here so that you can join the straight line to where you are destined to. It's simple. Life is actually simple and interesting. It is actually simple. Àṣèbà iṣu ọ̀dàrà, iṣu láàlú ògiri òkò, láàróyè abẹ́ṣóńṣó lórí, àṣèbà iṣu alájẹ, iṣu ọ̀dàrà, iṣu ilé, àníkíbà wá ṣe ọ̀.
Láṣẹ.
Somebody said, is there similarities between astrology, numerology, and Ifa? Let me explain this. That question you asked is like somebody saying, is there similarity between dictionary and the word, and is there similarity between dictionary and the word smart and the word bottle? There is a word called smart, there is a word called bottle. Then you're asking me, is there similarity between dictionary and the word smart and the word bottle? The word smart and the word bottle is contained in the dictionary. The dictionary is not something that has similarity. There's nothing you can compare the dictionary with because the dictionary contains everything that you want to use to compare. Ifa is global and universal knowledge. Ifa is an embodiment of global and universal knowledge. Ifa contains all the information of what was, what is, and what is to come. Irrespective of how many times this life recycles itself long after you and I have gone, it is contained in Ifa. The 8+ billion people on this earth today, if they do their Itefa, they will all find their Odù and they will see it and it will be real. Everybody. Numerology is the spiritual study of numbers. How do we express Ifa? We express Ifa in numbers. Ifa contains it. If you have seen that viral video of late Professor Sophie Oluwole, you cannot compare encyclopedia with dictionary. Encyclopedia, and if you know what encyclopedia is and what dictionary is, there is no comparison. Everything that is contained in the encyclopedia is in the dictionary. The word encyclopedia itself is in the dictionary. Dictionary is what explains things. Dictionary is what defines things. Define. Encyclopedia tells you more about something. Dictionary defines it. Everything you find in dictionary, in encyclopedia, is in the dictionary. The dictionary envelopes everything that is a word. Is the basic. Everything that is a word is defined there, quote and unquote. Ifa contains everything. Numerology is there. Astrology is there. I was referring to the viral video of late Professor Sophie Oluwole, the first female philosopher and professor of philosophy in Nigeria. She said, Ifa is not religion, but it contains religion. Ifa is not science, it contains science. Ifa is not philosophy, it contains philosophy. It contains sociology, it contains finance, it contains therapy, it contains relationship, it contains health, it contains medicine, it contains art, it contains fashion. Ifa is not all of these things, it contains everything. It contains everything. When you have zodiac readings, tarot readings, explaining people based on the time that they were born, you are a Leo, you are a this, you are a that, you are a that, is based on that time that you were born, there are specific information that rule people that are born within that space. Go and look at Odù Ifá's, that birth, Odù Ifá that they give you in Igbodu. Go and look at Odù Ifá that they give you in Igbodu. You will understand how it is in it. You will understand how it is in it, which is why when people are on their journey in spirituality and they delve into numerology, astrology, zodiac, and tarot, by the time they get into Ifa, they will drop all of those things. Now they have found the one that encompasses everything. Ifa is the body that contains every organ, every tissue, every nerve, every cell, every element. Everything is contained in it. I hope we get it now. Thank you. So Ifa gave us instructions and warnings here, and you are asked to take those instructions and warnings. Perform your ebo as instructed. Always make a tutu when it is required. Listen carefully to the warnings of Ifa and the advice. Follow directions exactly how it is given. It's for your good. Let me tell you something. You know how religious people will go to their religious organizations and then they will be praying, God, if you can do this to me, use me to prove to the world that you are God. If you can do this to me, I will tell the whole world that you are God. What does that sound like? Manipulation. Manipulation. That's what it sounds like. Hey, money, thank you very much. Manipulation. How do you tell God to use you as a proof that is God? He is you. You this one person out of 8+ billion people, excluding quote and unquote, non-living things, excluding animals, excluding elements of the universe. It is you that they need as proof. Proof for what? I don't understand. Ifa does not need you as a proof. If you follow the instructions of Ifa and your life turns out well, you are proof that you have followed instruction. You are proof for yourself and your village people. Maybe you are the first person in your village to be a millionaire. You are a proof that everybody in that village won't share. You are just a proof that in your family, in your Irometa Ogbodo Toshi, 3 generations must not end in poverty. That's the only thing you are proving. You want to prove that Ifa is real. The reason you came to Ifa is because it's real. You are not the proof. So it doesn't matter how your life turns out. Ifa does not change. Elédùmarè does not change. Elédùmarè does not change. Ifa does not change. It doesn't matter how your life turns out. If your life turns out excellently, that's on you. The proof is already there. Before you came, there was proof already. Proof was what made you come. Abba, why didn't you go to Hindu? Why didn't you go to Chinese people to go and practice their spirituality? Why did you come to Ifa? Because you saw proof already. So there is already proof. Don't worry. You see, the proof that Ifa works is also like this right now. Is this everything that is happening around you? I keep saying it. Look at the way Ifa was negated over the centuries. Look at the way people, quote and unquote, abandoned Ifa. Do you know the reason you and I can still find people practicing Ifa today and can still go to Ifa today? Do you know why? Because people did not stop practicing it. Now, let me describe a scenario to you. Imagine a Babalawo in 1926. At the time of recording this video, this year is year 2026. So 1926 was 100 years ago. Imagine a Babalawo in 1926, when pretty much, quote and unquote, a lot of people were not practicing Ifa. Imagine that man was a priest and nobody was coming to his shrine for a whole year, maybe 3 people, apart from friends and family, just 3 people. Do you think he will want to teach his son Ifa to be a Babalawo to continue that work? 3 clients in a single year, just 3. You think he's going to teach his children? No, he cannot teach his children. His children, even if he wants to force his children, the children will say, Daddy, with all due respect, what has this thing done for you? How has this thing sustained you? The only reason that this family has been sustained is because Mama has other things to do. So why do you expect me to go and pick up this same thing that gave you just 3 clients in an entire year? They will not encourage their children to do it. Their children will not do it. The whole practice of Ifa would have just gone out naturally. But do you know the reason it didn't go out naturally? Because in 1926, the Babalawos that practiced, they had minimum of 100 clients a day. In 1936, the Babalawos son that continued practicing, people were coming from all over the place and they were seeing results. In 1946, his own grandchild continued learning. He saw how Ifa worked for his father. He saw the lives that was changed. He saw how his father grew wealth and built a life for himself, reputation for himself with Ifa. Then 1956, 1966, 1976, 86, 96, year 2006, and up until 2026, it is still working. It never stopped working. It was you that they told not to listen to it. Ifa did not stop working. Ifa did not stop working. Somebody is talking plenty here. Who is the person? So you are not the proof that Ifa needs. You are not the proof that Ifa needs. Ifa already has his own proof. The fact that you have come to Ifa is proof. Marv, thank you so much for that. It's not manipulation. Odù is my Odù. Okay. What's the person saying? Somebody is saying something. If Ifa should be in school curriculum instead of the other things that they are teaching. Oh yes. Yeah, that's what we are working towards. That's why we have an Ifa College. And that is why we are having summer programs to teach children. Okay, I don't know where you people's conversation started from, but I hope the person that needed to get the answers has gotten the answers. You guys are responding to someone. She didn't say Ifa is manipulation. Listen before typing. Oh, okay. You are responding to somebody. All right. Okay, let me see. Sorry, please, who are we? Who is the person that is disturbing the comment section? There are too many comments for me to scroll up and read. Somebody should just call the person's name that is disturbing the comment section. Let's take them, let's hand them over to Issue. Let Issue use them as example. Àwọn fẹ́ tẹ́ ni ẹ jẹ́ ká sìn wọ́n débi tó ti máa tẹ́. Ìṣẹ́jú mélòó kò gbé Issue ní nǹkan kan. Issue kan ló jókòó síwájú bíbá ẹ̀. Àdìgún ni ńbo ló wà, ńbo ló ti ń dìgún. Ọlọ́run máa jẹ́ kó dì yín. Àdìgún, Ògún ò máa ní dì yín. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí ìdàkejì orúkọ yín rò yín o. Don't let the other side of your name. Don't let it rò yín o. What is rò? Don't let the other side of your name be manifested in your life o. Okay, the person has shown their face again. Àwọn tó ń dì wọ́n ti gbé wọn jáde síta. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tì wọ́n sọ́dọ̀ Èṣù. He's spamming the comment section. He has posted that thing like 20 times. For what? You don't do that. it's a flag on the algorithm. You don't do that. Yeah, you are not spoiling anything, but you are posting the same thing like 200 times. It's not necessary. Everybody here can read. Eshe Gonisa. So Ifa says what? He says the blessings of this Odù says protection from disgrace. Let me make an iwure for you. Your path is protected from shame and disgrace. Lashe Elédùmarè.
Ashe.
Your path is protected from shame and disgrace. Lashe Elédùmarè.
Ashe.
Your path is protected from shame and disgrace. Lashe Elédùmarè.
Ashe.
Ní ṣẹ̀sín o.
Ashe.
Èdè ayé ò ní dì wá o.
Ashe.
Ẹ̀fún ayé ò ní fún wa o.
Ashe.
Ní ṣẹ̀sín o.
Ashe.
Èdè ayé ò ní dì wá o.
Ashe.
Ẹ̀fún ayé ò ní fún wa o.
Ashe.
Ní bá wọn ṣẹ̀sín ìta gbangba o.
Ashe.
Ní bá wọn ṣẹ̀sín o.
Ashe.
Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, we will not be disgraced, we will not be shamed in any way. Every step and decision that we will take in life that will end up in disgrace and shame, our Ori will not allow us to walk down that path. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Ashe.
Some people's everyday life experience is that of shame and disgrace. Your old schoolmates are gathered for reunion, you can't go there. You are in the marketplace, you are dodging from certain people. You don't want people to see that after all said and done, this is where you are. Some people's everyday life experience is that of ẹni tó ń tẹ́, wọ́n ń tẹ́ lọ báyìí lójoojúmọ́ ni. It looks like there's something that is escorting them. They have a perpetual escort called humiliation and disgrace. Even when they don't want to do those things, they just find themselves doing things that will end up there. And Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àwọn tó láyé ò ní bínú sí wa.
Ashe.
Àwọn tó nílẹ̀ ò ní bínú sí wa.
Ashe.
Ní tójú ayé mọ́lẹ̀.
Ashe.
Ní tójú ilẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀.
Ashe.
Ọmọ aráyé ò ní kọ̀dí àìmọ́ṣe sí wa.
Ashe.
Àní ọmọ aráyé ò ní kọ̀dí àìmọ́ṣe sí mi àti yín. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Ashe.
Let me interpret that ìwúre, that prayer in English. Tó bá kọ̀dí àìmọ́ṣe síyàn, it means that there are two sides of life. There is the side of mo mọ̀ọ́ṣe, I'm doing this thing right, I'm doing it excellently, and I'm getting positive results. There is a side of àìmọ̀ọ́ṣe. The person just keeps making wrong decisions, king-size mistakes, and the consequences would always show up in their face. There are two sides of life, and it's a balance. The negativity of this world, the people that do not like you will not turn this side to you constantly. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Ashe.
Ní kọ̀dí àìmọ́ṣe sí mi àti yín. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Ashe.
Our spirit and our Ori will not lose connection with Ifa to the point that we will continue to make errors in life. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Ashe.
Ifá la torí ẹni tí ò sunwọ̀n ṣe o. Ẹni tó ti kọ̀dí àìmọ́ṣe sí, Ifá bá yín tún orí yín ṣe, Ẹlẹ́dàá yín á bá yín tún rìn àjò yín ṣe. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Ashe.
Ifá ni afinimọ̀nà ọmọ aráyé. Ifá is the GPS of life. Ifá is the one that shows you where to go in life. As Ifá is directing you on the path that is away from shame and disgrace, may you not argue with your Ori. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, may you not argue with your Ori. Whatever it is that you think you have become and you have achieved, that will swell your head to the point that you will listen to the instruction of Ifa and say, I don't need it, it's not for me. Kò ní jẹ́ tèmi àti yín. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. I said it at the beginning that there is an ìwúre that we make. We give ọtí to Èṣù and we say, Kéṣù ti àwọn ọ̀tá wa, kó tì wọ́n gbọ̀ngbọ̀n, kó tì wọ́n lu Èṣù, kó tì wọ́n lu Ògún, Èṣù ló ń tì wọ́n. We give Èṣù the drink and we say, take this drink, intoxicate the people that are against us and push them to Ògún and let Ògún deal with them. What did we say? We instructed Èṣù to push them. Èṣù will not push us into negativity. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èṣù ò ní ṣe wá. Àwọn tó láyé, àwọn tó nílẹ̀, wọn ò ní ṣe wá. Àwọn ajogun ò ní tì wá, wọn ò ní ṣe wá. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. I don't know how to explain ìdíyànẹ fún Yorùbá. Please, if you have a word for Èdì and Ẹ̀fún, let me explain to the English-speaking audience. Èdì ayé ò ní dì wá o.
Àṣẹ.
Ẹ̀fún ayé ò ní fún wa o.
Àṣẹ.
Ọmọ aráyé ò ní lùlù fún wa jó o.
Àṣẹ.
Àwọn tó jókòó sínú òkùnkùn tó ń ta ọ̀fà sínú ìmọ́lẹ̀ wọn ò ní lùlù fún wa jó o.
Àṣẹ.
The people of this world, the negativity of this world will not drum for you to dance if you know what it means. Some people are constantly dancing to the tune of negativity, and that dance is a dance of shame. Is a dance of disgrace and a dance of shame. The people that are drumming for them are the negative side of life. Àwọn tó ní, àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ bí àwọn ajogun wọn ní lùlù fẹ́mi àti yín jó láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ.
The only way to save yourself from this is follow the instructions of Ifa. Ifa is the one that knows tomorrow. Ifa is the voice of Olódùmarè. Olódùmarè is the divine and supreme being that created everything. The manufacturer says, follow the manual. You are there, you are arguing. I went to school, I did electronics, HND from Ibadan Poly. You are arguing with Samsung manual. What does that even sound like? LG has created AC. You are saying, I did physics in school. I got A1 in physics. I was the best student of elect in my school. Uncle, why are you not creating your own AC? Go and create your own. You have bought this one. Read the manual. Carry that ego out of your head. Is your village people that is just bloating your ego. If we put you on a scale, you are less than 2 kg. You are not even up to 100 kg. You are not up to 1. You are saying you are 10. Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ wá dàbí ìyá ọlọ́mọ kan tán ní ọmọ ẹ̀ ń jà ń ta ó léwo nu wọn mélòó ló bí. Your situation in life is not like the mother that has one child. They say your child is fighting at the bus stop. She said, which of them? How many does she have? She has one. She's saying, which of them? You don't have anything. See, as long as you cannot give us the future that Ifa will give us, you don't know anything. None of us know anything. None of us have anything. We are following who know road. Follow who know road. That's what they say. Follow the person that knows the way. Ifa knows the way. Ifa is the GPS. You are driving your Bentley. You are arguing with GPS until you enter into a close. To oloma kolu keke. Ìgbà yẹn ló tó máa mọ̀ pé GPS is one that is taking you there. You are arguing with GPS. I don't understand. You are arguing with GPS. You are arguing with the GPS of life. Wọ́n ní ẹni tó béèrè ọ̀nà ò kì í ṣìnà lọ́sọ̀. Ìwọ tún wá béèrè, ó tún wá ṣìn. They said the person that asks for direction doesn't get lost. You have come to Ifa to ask for direction. You are still getting lost. Don't you see that you and fish, you are competing with the same sense? Don't you see that your head is filled with sawdust? Because it is an insult to say that you have sense. It's an insult to adult human people to say that you have sense. You have already come. You have accepted that you don't know the way. They've given you instruction. You still miss the way. Auntie, how did it happen? I was just looking at that map, you know. When I was in school, I used to do geography. The longitude of 30 degrees is not balancing with the latitude on the horizon that is supposed to be. Well done, sir. Go and write book. They are waiting for you in school. Professor longitude and latitude. You are arguing with map. The person that has gone there before said, follow this path. You are there, you are speaking English. Oh, at this point, I don't think what Ifa is saying is actually what it means. I think we need to narrow down in the horizon and circle back in a geographical. Wow. Wow. Your village people are clapping for you right now. They are proud of the English you are speaking. We can see you, sir. But at the end of the day, Sha, if you follow the other side of the GPS, remember Iyanifa's number is showing on your screen. Come back, oh. I will be waiting for you. After you have missed the road, just remember that Ifa College is on TikTok, Iyanifa Ewa TV is on YouTube, and WhatsApp is still working. I will be here. But the first thing I will tell you is, I told you so. I saw you on the live streaming that day, and I will say it. Ask the people around me, they will tell you. I will first of all say it. Please Copy the WhatsApp number that is showing on your screen right now. So ìjọ tó bá padà sọnù, you will be able to find this number. Don't lose the number, because some of you will need it in the future. After you have lost with GPS, just send the message to that number. I see you. I will remind you that day. As funny as that sounds, that's the way people are going through life. Be careful with what you're doing. I told you already. That's the way people go through life. The instruction is there. You are on this live streaming today. You are the one that chose to tune your phone. You can scroll, or you decided not to scroll. You are the one that chose to stay on this live streaming and use your data and your battery life to watch this Ifa instruction. But you are still the one that will choose not to follow it. As an adult human person, how does that even make sense? Please. And don't sit down somewhere and say, if God loves me, He's going to make it. Oh my God. If God loves me, He's going to make me succeed in life. If Olódùmarè loves you, He's going to make you find Ifa. So the proof that Olódùmarè loves you is that you have found Ifa. That's all. You have found Ifa already. That's proof of love. Now, every other subsequent thing that happens is proof that do you love yourself? That you have found Ifa, that you are not on what God cannot do, does not, whatever, this morning. That you are not on YouTube saying, oh, I receive it by fire, by force. It's mine. I receive it. I bind it. I cast it. The fact that you are not doing shadabadaba this morning is because Ifa has found you. It's because Olódùmarè loves you. That's enough love. Now, following question. Next, do you love yourself? The next question is, do you love yourself? Olódùmarè has loved you already. He has made you find this. You have data the day they are streaming this. You have light. You charge your phone. You found Ifa College. You are listening. That's love. Love does not used to pass like that. Do you love yourself to receive the instruction and apply it to your everyday life? That's all. So the rest is on you. So if your life goes this way, it's proof that you don't love yourself. After you have heard about Ifa and your life still goes south, we already know who loves you and who does not love you. We already know who to cut off. I'm cutting off people. Association of Taylor. Taylor only sees us. I just want to cut this person off. I just want to cut that person off. Wait, this Itoha person, does this person have like 1 million accounts? I keep blocking this account every day. The same comments, the same person. Elédùmarè afẹ́ni lálàáfíà nínú ẹ̀mí, nínú ara, nínú ọpọlọ, torí ó ti ń nílò ẹ o. Àlàáfíà ti jìnnà sẹ́ni yìí o. Mark, please don't spam the comment section with the same question. I see your question, I would answer. I have a question about Iwo Ọ̀wọ́nrín wọ̀fà, Ọ̀wọ́nrín ọ̀sà, Ọ̀wọ́nrín wọ̀fà, Ifa wọ̀sà. What's the question you have? You are just repeating Odù Ifá in different names. You have not asked any question. If you actually have a question, please go ahead and ask your question. Is that okay? Kí ni question? Ṣó ti bèrè question ẹ ni? Kí wá ni question tó wà nínú ẹsẹ̀ Ifá yẹn? So kí wá ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tí Ifá wò òrìṣà tó òrìṣà wò Ifá? Can I eat cola? Cause different. I will. Some say yes, some say no. Send a message to the comment, to the WhatsApp number that is showing on your screen. You are asking me to break down the Odù Ifá that breathed you. That's not a random question you are asking in the comment section. That is your Odù Ifá that you are sharing in the comment section. And you are asking me to do the job that your Babalawo was supposed to do. So send a message to the WhatsApp number that is showing on your screen. Then I will give you details of how we go about that. So there is a WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen right now, posted by Madina Lopez. Posted by Madina Lopez. We will pin it. Okay. Okay, the WhatsApp number is there. He said we cannot pin at this time. The algorithm is... So send a message. How do you apply this to your everyday life? Let's round off. In your personal life, Ifa says, listen to advice from experienced people. Ifa says, do not ignore warnings and signs. Ifa says you should think about everything Ifa said to you before you act. Think before you act. Mr. David, don't post your Odù Ifá in the comment section. It's like you go to the hospital and you do a DNA and you are coming to post your DNA on social media. Will you do that? This is the whole blueprint of your life that you just posted outside right now. We don't need that information. Nobody needs it in a public place. That's your personal life journey. Please don't, some of you don't understand what Odù Ifá means, but you are welcome. Please don't do it for your own good. It doesn't do anything to my comment section. I'm just helping you to protect vital information about your life. In your career and work, Ifa says follow instructions carefully, avoid careless decisions, respect guidance and leaders and mentors. In your relationship, Ifa says listen when your partner or your family members are warning you about certain things. Listen. Máa gbọ́ràn. Má kọ etí ikún wọn fòwú elépo díẹ̀ létí. There is no cotton wool in your ears. Listen. What is it going to cost you? You just listen and analyze it. Go to your Ifa. Somebody advised me this. So Ifa, what do you think? Be the one that people will be able to come to with advice and instruction. Be the one that make it easy for people to be able to guide you. Some of you, it has become very challenging for people to guide you. They see you moving in a direction that is going to end somewhere. They cannot tell you because the last person that told you, àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tó fi rán ẹni yẹn sílé, àwọn èpè kàbìtìkàbìtì tó ṣẹ́fẹ́ nìyẹn. The last person that warned you, the person almost asked the earth to take them in because you started from their head. What's wrong with you? What have you achieved in life? Who do you think you are? How far have you traveled? How many plane tickets have you bought? Have you been on a first class ticket before? Who is your daddy in this life? Do you know how many degrees I have? On top of pay, they said, Auntie, I am thinking that that thing you are doing might not end well. Just because they advised you, you picked them from their head to their toe. You give them insults that they can give to their ancestors, that they will share it in their family to go round. The next person that sees you is like, and this guy, what he's doing is not going to end. They cannot tell you. You are making it increasingly challenging and difficult for people to love you, for people to give you instructions, for people to guide you, for people to care about you. And then you come at the end of the day and say, nobody loves you. And everybody saw me doing this thing. And they cannot tell you that you should not do it. You made it hard. You made it hard for people to be able to do it for you. Ifa says, listen when your family members are warning. Ifa says, avoid situations that will lead to embarrassment. Most of the time, you might not know that situation will end in an embarrassment, which is why you need to make your divination. For your travel and movement, both of you. For your travel and movement, Ifa says, be cautious when you are going to unfamiliar places. Make sure you make inquiries and prepare properly without traveling. Pay attention to the signs and warnings that Ifa is giving you. In your spiritual life, remember to perform Ebo and Etutu regularly and as instructed. Some Ebos and Etutu, you will wait until you are instructed before you do it. But there are certain Ebos that you don't need anybody to tell you. Giving Ebo to your Ori, giving Ebo to Eshu, making Etutu. Making Etutu to àwọn Yami, your Ori and Eshu. You don't need anybody to tell you before you do it. Constantly do it. Constantly do it. Have a budget for it as you are having budget for your bills. I want to give this to Eshu. This one is for my Ori. This one is for àwọn Yami. That is aside from the ones that will come to you in an instruction. In your mental and emotional health, Ifa says avoid stubbornness. Egbetu is very important. Your Egbetu is very important. Thank you for pointing out. Ifa says avoid stubbornness. Avoid stubbornness. Some of you might be wondering, wow, what has stubbornness got to do with your mental health? I just analyzed now. People are trying to help you. But your stubbornness has made it increasingly difficult for people to want to relate with you or give you advice. At the end of the day, you now start feeling alone. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about you. Nobody is seeing you. You have collected microphone from Billy Goat. Nobody is seeing you. Continue. You see what? It's not. There is no depression. There is no depression. You are the one that took scissors with stubbornness to cut off everybody around you. People want to go where they are expected. I will give you advice. You will not listen to me, and then I'll come tomorrow. Nítorí kíni? Excuse me, sir. Who are you again? Why do I care where your decisions end up? Before you cut off, some of us have carried ourselves with honor and pride away. Some people you have made it hard for people to communicate and relate with you. You will now start to feel lonely and alone. Nobody cares in this life. This life is too When did we become like this? I saw a video, little digression, sorry. I saw a video a couple of days ago. A man said, you see people in religious places saying that this life has become very mean, life is going south, life has become very bad. Life did not become. People have just become very bad. People don't love people again. We miss the days when No, life is not becoming. Life has always been. Didn't you read your story of Cain and Abel? 2 children. Cain and Abel was the son of Adam and Eve. Those were the first family, the first 4 people that existed. What did Cain do to his brother? Exactly. Unalive his brother because was out of jealousy. And you think it's 2026 that sibling rivalry started. You think that is something that we are becoming. We are not becoming it. That's the way your Bible said life has always been. Oh, it is this whole social media thing and westernization that is making people consider different gender changes, making people consider same gender relationship. Where did Sodom and Gomorrah come from, Jerry? Is Sodom and Gomorrah a future example of something that was going to happen? No, it happened in the past. So it's not, don't sit down there and carry it. It is the Western world that is campaigning for this thing. Some people are some people are sponsoring this campaign of same gender thing. They are pushing it into the face of our children. Your children first read it in the Bible. It is called the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. They first of all read it there. So life is not becoming anything. Life has always been what it is. That's what it is. That is what it is. Tell yourself the truth. Be accountable. There is nothing new under the earth. We are all recycling life. What the first set of people lived is we are all recycling it. Don't let people be pushing you here and there. There is nothing. Your mental health, Ifa says, avoid stubbornness. Be open to correction. Be open to instruction and correction. It will help the quality of life you will live. I was having a conversation yesterday with Mrs. O. And she mentioned something. She was like, Yawa, if you want to do this, this is what I used to do. And in the course of that conversation, I realized that this thing she's talking about, I knew it though, but I never took it as something that important. I never really sat down to analyze that decision, that action, and the result it will bring. And by talking to her, I received an instruction in my spirit. I received an instruction in my Uri. And Mrs. O will be surprised that last night I tried that thing. Madina, last night I tried that thing that we talked about. That thing that we said about if you want to be fine and beautiful. I tried it intentionally last night. I received an instruction from her. My spirit received a correction because it's something that I know. Somehow I didn't just pay attention to. Somehow I just felt, oh, it's not that deep. It's not that necessary. My spirit reminded me again. Now that I'm speaking about it and she knows that this information I gave Iyawa, she took it to. Next time she has other things that will help me improve, she will freely share it with me. She will freely share it with me. Olori Mena, you are fine enough. Mrs. O, please don't tell Olori, don't tell Mena about him. Have you seen Mena before? Have you seen Mena before? Have you seen Mena in full picture before? Have you seen Mena in full picture before? She does not need to find more. It's okay. What is she looking for again? What is, please? What was Mena looking for again? Somebody whose body looks as if 250 BBL doctors crafted her whole body. They crafted her body. She's still not looking for one secret. Mena, please leave the rest of us alone. Leave the rest of us alone. We know that God has done your own already. Your prayer has been answered. Just go in front. On a straight line, go in front of the line. We already know it's okay. It's okay. It's too much. There are some times when things can be too much. Sit down. It's okay. Beauty is enough. You need to see this woman. She's the one that people look at and they will say, but God, why? Where was I when you were creating every woman? What did I do? Where was I? Look at Mena. It's the same you that created Mena that created me. That's the kind of beauty she has. From figure to hair to skin to smile. That woman just sat down. When everybody was speaking everything in the house of Ajala, she sat down with glasses. She was watching. Where is the one I should pick? All of us were quickly carrying our own and hurry. Let's quickly go to Aye and go and start to live life. Let's fulfill our destiny. Mena sat down with glasses. She borrowed microscope. She said, this one looks like a whole package. She packaged it. She still now came to X to now be asking for instruction, for updates. Please, Olori, Ejo, Ebosiwaju line, Eke Malo. So you take to instruction. Instructions will come with you from anywhere. It can come to you from anywhere. When you receive it and you act upon it as your Ori is directing you, other instructions will come. Other instructions will come. And life will get better. Let me take this last question. Somebody says, our father worshipped Ifa those days, also worship God. Is it the same thing? Is it the same one? Why, ma, if I may ask? Sorry, I don't get your question. Our fathers worship Ifa and they also worship God. What does God mean? Ifa is a Yoruba word, right? So please, can you use a Yoruba word? Can the other word you are referring to as God? Because in Yoruba, in the context of Ifa, God does not have a meaning. I don't know what God means. I don't know what you are referring to as God in the real sense of, because I can't answer that question if I don't get what exactly you are referring to. If you are referring to God as the divine supreme being, the creator of heaven and earth, then in Yoruba language it is called Olódùmarè. Olódùmarè, Aṣẹ̀dá, Awẹ̀dá, Amẹ̀dá, ọba tó lọ kọrin kése, ọba tí ò lánàá, tí ò lónìí, àmọ́ tó jẹ́ àná àti òní ohun gbogbo. Elédùmarè, ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, that is the divine, the supreme being, the creator of the heavens, the earth, the past, the present, the future, who has no beginning or end, but is the beginning and the end of everything. That's Olódùmarè. The word God does not exist. So the Olódùmarè is, the words of Olódùmarè is Ifa. So if somebody says they worship, quote and unquote, Ifa, they are worshiping Olódùmarè, is one and the same thing. So except you are able to break it down for me, I think I have answered your question. I mean to say, is it okay to worship Ifa at the same time worship God? I think I just answered your question. There's nothing called God in the context of Ifa. The divine and supreme being is Olódùmarè, right? And Olódùmarè's words is Ifa. So you see the words I'm speaking right now? Exactly. Olódùmarè's words, ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu Olódùmarè, ohùn ẹnu Olódùmarè, òun ni Ifá. So you cannot really separate people from their words. So if you're acknowledging my words, you're acknowledging me, right? It's just one and the same. You get it? All right. So let's wrap up by telling ourselves, by reciting the prayers, the Iwure. My Ori, help me to listen and obey.
Àṣẹ.
You are repeating it. My Ori, help me to listen and obey.
My Ori, help me to listen and obey.
Let me not ignore warnings that will save my life.
Let me not ignore warnings that will save my life.
Protect me from disgrace and humiliation.
Protect me from disgrace and humiliation.
Let my life move in the right direction.
Let my life move in the right direction.
And let wisdom lead me at all times.
Let wisdom lead me at all times.
Let the wisdom of Ifa direct me at all times.
Let the wisdom of Ifa direct me at all times.
I make a covenant with my Ori
I make a covenant with my Ori
to follow the directions of Ifa
to follow the directions of Ifa
every day of my life.
every day of my life.
Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Aláṣẹkù.
Àṣẹ.
Àṣẹ.
We have come to the end of episode 4, season 4, Àṣẹ for today. If you have missed previous episodes or you joined us late, Iyanifa Ewa, I see you. Thank you so much for waking up at this time to be part of the show. We would expect you to head over to our YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube, to catch a replay. Ẹṣé gan ni a dúpẹ́ for everybody that sent in their gifts, that participated. Ajé will continue to increase you. Àṣẹ for today holds only on weekdays, and today being the last weekday of this week, we would resume Àṣẹ for today again on Monday, 6 a.m. Nigerian time, 5 a.m. on the EST, and 5 a.m. on the GMT and 1 a.m. on the EST, and every other person in between can find their own time. Monday. On Sunday, don't forget to join us 12 noon Nigerian time, which will be 7 a.m. on the EST and 11 a.m. on the GMT for our Sunday morning live streaming. On Sunday, I will be expecting you. I will be waiting for you. ifacollege.ng is the website. Head over to the website, buy the book, the Iba book, helping us to learn how to make Iba. It is written in Yoruba and in English, and it also comes with an audio version. Is that okay? Women in Ifa and ÌṢÄШE, as we are waiting for our conference, as we are preparing for our conference, head over to the website and get the 30-day mentoring guideline for women in Ifa and ÌШÄШE. It's 12 p.m. Okay. GMT is now 6 a.m. and 12 noon. Okay, all right. So GMT is now same time with Nigeria. Ẹṣé gan ni a dúpẹ́. Those of you that your time keep going back and forth, we are grateful for the consistency of the West African time zone. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè. So you want to head over to the website to pick up one course or the other. Ifa studies for children, Yoruba studies for children, this Orisha herbalism and traditional medicine, that is medical practice in Ifa and իշեցե and traditional and natural herbs and natural science. Oshun fertility and midwifery is a course that teaches us fertility and reproductive health for both male and female, as it was handed to Orisha Oshun, the Orisha of reproductive health and fertility. The 256 Odù Ifá mastery course, you know me on Sunday, I will still come to brag with one of my students that is learning and reciting Odù Ifá offhand. 256 Odù Ifá mastery course teaches you all the 256 Odù Ifás with 2 S's under it. Translated from Yoruba to English. We are getting more translation in other languages very soon. Ifa College is expanding. Ifa is expanding. իշեցե is expanding. իշեցե is expanding. I am super grateful. You also want to the sacred Odù Ifá text. Yes, I stopped announcing it because people are like, we're just anticipating it. It's getting too much. How long are we waiting? Don't worry, relax. It's almost done. We're almost there. The sacred text of the Odù is going to be available. When I come to Àṣẹ for today, I read from the sacred text of the Odù. So you see, everything we read today is going to be compiled in a book for all the 256 Odus. Women that have a spiritual calling and want to be an Iyanifa, please head over to the website and register at the School of Iyanifa. The School of Iyanifa. It's a 4-year program. Yes, you heard me right, 4-year program. It's a 4-year program where you are going to learn how to become an Iyanifa and everything in between it. It's a 4-year program. Please, can I have water? So, oh, Eshe. Thank you. Where is the rest of them? Oh yeah.
Ifá ọba ní ṣe, k'Elédùmarè ọba ní ṣe, àwọn tó ṣàwọ̀ kù sẹ́yìn. Ifá ọba ní ṣe, k'Elédùmarè ọba ní ṣe, àwọn tó ṣàwọ̀ kù sẹ́yìn.
Ọba wa ṣe, Ifá ọba wa ṣe, Elédùmarè ọba wa ṣe, àwọn tó ṣàwọ̀ kù sẹ́yìn. Ọba wa ṣe, continue. Ifá ọba wa ṣe, Elédùmarè ọba wa ṣe, àwọn tó ṣàwọ̀ kù sẹ́yìn. Ọba wa ṣe, àní kí Ifá ọba wa ṣe, Elédùmarè ọba wa ṣe, àwọn tó ṣàwọ̀ kù sẹ́yìn. Ọba wa ṣe, àní kí Ifá ọba wa ṣe, Elédùmarè ọba wa ṣe, àwọn tó ṣàwọ̀ kù sẹ́yìn. Ọba wa ṣe o, àṣẹ. Ẹ ṣé o, àdúpẹ́, thank you very much. Ẹ ṣé, yes, we are taking water. Àti momi, we are taking water. So, what were we saying before the interruption? Yes, we were rounding up. So, the school of Iyanifa, for those of you who have a calling as a woman on this journey to be an Iyanifa, most people don't give a chance to a woman to do divination with Opele. Most people will say, women are not supposed to be Iyanifas. Women are not supposed to make divination with Opele. That is why we set up the school of Iyanifa. And it's a 4-year training, a 4-year program. Some people might not end up spending 4 years because you're already coming from information and practice. You just want to be able to learn 1 or 2 things in a structured environment. Who is supposed to be here? To just learn 1 or 2 things in a structured environment. But when you fill your form on the website, we'll go through it and find where you are supposed to be. Yesterday, when I was speaking with Iyanifa Honey, Mrs. O Forever, I mentioned to her that there are some women who have been asking for their divinations to be done in a patriarchal setting. I have some clients that have been coming to me saying that they only want to deal with female awo based on experiences that they've had, based on things that they've heard, other people's experiences. They just want to be around female awo. And I told them, I said, that is what we are building. Although there's nothing in Ifa that says men and women cannot be awos and work together. But for peculiar reasons, those women only want to be around other women, especially when they are doing their itefa. So not to worry, we are on this journey. We are making it easy for more and more women to find their place in Ìṣẹ̀ṣe, to find their place in Ifa, and to understand the things that has been freely given to them and the way to go about it. You were thinking about it earlier yesterday. Wow. I've had a lot of clients that have come to me since the beginning of this year, probably like 15, 16 or 17 people have come to ask me, can you set up a team that is entirely Iyanifas to help me with my Ifa, with my Orisha, with my Egbe? We are in the process of that. So you head over to the website ifacollege.ng to find out that. How many times a year do you need to feed your Ifa? There is the number of times you need to feed your Ifa will be said to you by the Babalawo or Iyanifa that did your Itefa. The number of times that your Ifa needs to be fed, emphasis on need. Need means necessity and compulsion. The person that did your Itefa is the one that will tell you that. But how many times do you want to feed your Ifa now? That's left to you. It is food you are giving to your Ifa. It's up to you. If you have a reason to feed your Ifa, it's okay. If you have a reason to feed your Ifa every month, your Ifa will tell you. There are some people that have been instructed every week, every month, twice a year. All of that depends on you and the person that gave you your Odù Ifá. We have come to the end of today's episode. Let's round off with our Ìwúre. Wait, everybody. Let's round off with our Ìwúre. Akọ́dá ayé àṣèbà.
Ìbáṣẹ.
Àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́.
Ìbáṣẹ.
Àṣèbà tí wọ̀ oòrùn.
Ìbáṣẹ.
Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, ọba lè ṣe lè wí, ọba lè wí lè ṣe àṣèbà, a ní kí bá wa ṣe o.
Ìbáṣẹ.
Àṣèbà ìṣù láàlú, ògiri òkò, láàróyè. Wọ́n ní ẹlẹ́kùn sunkún, láàróyè ń sùn jẹ. Ẹlẹ́kùn ṣunú, láàróyè ń ṣù fún. Àṣèbà ìṣù láàlú, abẹ́túnṣó lórí. A ní kéṣù gba ìbá wa kí bá wa ṣe o.
Ìbáṣẹ.
Gbogbo ẹbọ, gbogbo ètùtù tá a gbé wá, a gbé sídìí èṣù, a ní kéṣù gbà. Wọ́n ní kéṣù gbà, èṣù gbà á lọ, ẹgbà gbà á lọ o. Ohun ẹ̀rí ẹ̀ fẹ́ṣù, èṣù gbà á lọ. Béṣù ṣe ń gba gbogbo àwọn ẹbọ wa fín, ẹbọ wa dà, ẹbọ wa dòdì ọ̀run láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní ṣẹbọ lásán, àní ṣètùtù lásán láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Bá a ṣe ti ń gbọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá yìí lénìí, gbogbo ẹbọ tí Ifá ní ká rú, ajé á ṣe é nírọ̀rùn fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Igúnnugún tí ń jẹbọ ọ̀ṣálú ayé á wá jẹbọ tiwa. Àkàlàmàgbò tí ń jẹbọ ọ̀ṣálú ọ̀run á jẹbọ tiwa. Ẹbọ á wá darí oore wá sí wa, á darí ọlá, á darí ọlà, á darí ìdùnnú ayọ̀ àti àìkú tí ń ṣe baálé ọ̀rọ̀ wá fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹbọ wá darí ibi, á darí ìdààmú, á darí wàhálà, á darí ikú àìtọ́jọ́, á darí àrùn àti àìsàn, á darí ẹ̀ kúrò lọ́dọ̀ wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ìgbà tá a bá ti ń gbọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá, ọgbọ́n, ìmọ̀ àti òye tó wà nínú ẹ̀ òun làwa máa mú ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ifá lórí ẹni tí ò sunwọ̀n ṣe, kífá wá bá wa tún orí wa ṣe níbi tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó sí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ifá ẹlẹ́rìí ìpín, kífá wá fi ìpín tá a yàn kó wá fi hàn wá, kájé ṣe é nírọ̀rùn fún wa láti wọ gbódù lọ gba odù tó bí àwa náà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ifá ni afinimọ̀nà ọmọ aráyé. Ifá fọ̀nà mọ̀ wá ní gbogbo ibi tá a bá kọjú sí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní ṣí ẹsẹ̀ gbé, àní ṣì wí, àní ṣì sọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo bá a ṣe ń rìnrìn àjò láyé, àní darapọ̀ mọ́bi tí orí òràn wa lọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní Ifá olókun òun la sọ̀rọ̀ dayọ̀. Ifá wá sọ̀rọ̀ èmi àti yín dayọ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Lórí ọkọ ni, lórí aya ni, lórí ọmọ ni, lórí ẹbí ni, lórí ará ni, Ifá sọ̀rọ̀ wa dayọ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kò wá sí bó ṣe lè wù kémi àti yín pẹ́ láyé tó, àní ojú wa ò ní ríbi. Ní gbogbo ọ̀nà bí tá a bá kọjú sí, ojú wa ò ní ríbi. Àní ríbi lórí ọkọ, àní ríbi lórí aya, àní ríbi lórí ọmọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa báyìí ire ló máa yọ sí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èṣù, wọ́n ní èṣù ló dúró tì yàn. èṣù ló ń bá yàn ṣe ìwúre táwa wá ṣe lénìí ni pé kéṣù má ṣe wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè fún ayé má fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè kéjì ayé má dì wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè kò wá sí bá a ṣe lè rìn tó kò sí bá a ṣe lè ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó àní tójú ayé mọ́lẹ̀ o àní taṣọ àgbà mọ́lẹ̀ o àní bí ọmọ aráyé nínú o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa ire ló máa yọjú sí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ibi tá a bá kọjú sí ire la máa bá níbẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ire lójú owó ń rí ire lójú wa máa rí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè èṣù àwa gba gbogbo ẹbọ wa á wá ti gbogbo àwọn ọ̀tá wa gbogbo àwọn tó ń dúró sínú òkùnkùn tó ń ta ọ̀fà sínú ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn tó jókòó níjókòó pé ó kú bí tèmi àti yín máa gbé lọ èṣù á wá tì wọ́n gbọ̀ngbọ̀n á tì wọ́n lu ògún lákàáyé á fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn wẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ògún tó lànà falára tó lànà fàjèrè ògún á lànà oore fún wa ògún á lànà ọlá fún wa ògún á lànà ọlà fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ọ̀nà tó ti là kò ní dí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè èyí tó dẹ̀ ti dí ògùn àlá fún wa ní gbogbo ọ̀nà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa báyìí ire ló máa mú wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè kò wá sí bá a ṣe lè pẹ́ láyé tó àní tẹ́ àní tí àní ṣá ọmọ aráyé ò ní lùlù fún wa jó láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ire la máa rí láti gúúsù ni o látàríwá ni o láti ìlà oòrùn láti ìwọ̀ oòrùn ni lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé ire la máa rí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ire tá a wá rí náà ire tá a wá kó náà kò ní gbọ̀n dànù lọ́wọ́ wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ọmọ aráyé ò ní fi ire wa wọn ò ní fi ṣe àpínlé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ẹ̀yin ìyá mi òṣèré mọ́nìgà ẹ̀yin olókìkí òru ẹ̀yin ìyá mi àtẹ̀dọ̀jòrò òró ẹ̀yin arógbaṣọ má bòtán ẹ̀yin arógbaṣọ má balẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì já ọlọ́mú kan fún gba ọmọ lọ́mú ẹ̀yin ìyá mi òṣòro mọ̀nìgà ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ẹlẹ́yẹ ẹ̀yin ọ̀sá méjì ẹ̀yin ọ̀sá ẹlẹ́yẹ ẹ̀yin abiyamọ tí ń gbẹ́kún ọmọ ẹ̀ tí ń ta tí wéré ẹ̀yin abiyamọ ọlọ́jà gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ àṣèbáyé àníkíbà wa ṣẹ ọ̀ àwọn tó láyé àwọn tó nílẹ̀ àníkẹ́ wá yọ́nú sí wa ẹ̀yọ́nú yín la béèrè fún bá a ṣe ń rìn ní rírìn àjò ayé yìí ẹ̀yọ́nú yín la béèrè fún kẹ́ ẹ wá yọ́nú sí wa ká má dojú ayé mọ́lẹ̀ o ká má rí jà àwọn ẹlẹ́yẹ o ká má rí jà àwọn tó láyé o àwọn ìyá mi kó wá dúró tì wá kó jẹ́ káwa náà rí tajé ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè kó jẹ́ ká ráyé tiwa ṣe nírọ̀rùn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè wọ́n ní kò sí bọ́mọdé ṣe máa jẹ̀kọ́ tí ò ní ra lọ́wọ́ wọ́n ní kò sí bá ṣe máa ṣorí wa tí ò ní mì gbogbo ibi tá a bá ti ń ṣe tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó sí Ifá atórí ẹni tí ò sunwọ̀n ṣe á bá wa tún ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo ibi tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó sí fún wa àwọn tó láyé àwọn tó nílẹ̀ wọ́n á fi ẹ̀yọ́nú wọn wọ́n á fi bò wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè wọ́n ní lódindi báyìí látàrí ń di tiẹ̀ àtàrí kan ń di tiẹ̀ láàbọ̀ èmi àti yín oore odindi báyìí òun la máa gbà oore odindi la máa ní láṣẹ Èdùmàrè wọ́n ní àwíṣẹ́ ní tìfá wọ́n ní àfọ̀ṣẹ́ ní tọ̀rúnmìlà wọ́n ní àbá tí alágẹmọ bá dá òun lòrìṣà òkè rí gbà ìtẹ́mi àti yín ti dá lábàálẹ̀ ní àwọn tó láyé ti bá wa gbà ẹ̀gbà ayé ti gbà àwọn tó lọ́run ti gbà wọ́n ti fàṣẹ sí ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kífá ó bá wa ṣe kí Elédùmarè ó bá wa ṣe àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn kó bá wa ṣe a ní kífá ó bá wa ṣe kí Elédùmarè ó bá wa ṣe àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn kó bá wa ṣe kífá ó bá wa ṣe o kí Elédùmarè ó bá wa ṣe àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn kó bá wa ṣe o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àṣẹ. We'll see you on Sunday, 12 noon Nigerian time. It's 12 noon for those of you on the EST2, and it will be 7 a.m. on 12 noon for those of you on the GMT, and 7 a.m. for those of you on the EST. Until Monday, when we will continue our chef for today, I say Ifá gbè wá, ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbè wá, àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ wọ́n á gbè wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ.